Obsidian Orbital, thanks for having us. This one goes out to all the commanders out there. It's called Victory. I hope y'all like it. 1, 2, 3, let's kick it.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am very happy to have a new friend join me. We've gotten to know each other a little bit over the last little bit during the Odyssey phase. Everybody say welcome to Enderprize.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Thanks for joining, buddy. How are you today?
Well, great, man. Just happy to be here and not have to click as many buttons.
Yeah,
Sit back and
exactly.
let you click the buttons.
Exactly. And I'm going to try it's funny, like I've got Ender right here, so I'm probably, my head's going to be going back and forth to looking at him and stuff, right? We wanted to, first time hold on. Should I hit the wrong one? There we go. Now we've got us both on camera. I hit the wrong button at first. Speaking of pressing the wrong buttons.
There we go.
If you guys, oh shit, hold on. If somebody can let me know hold on a quick sec. If performance in game is smooth or not. Hold on a sec. I might have a little issue here. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, let me know if that's smooth enough, guys, or if that's really jerky or not. I'm going to move a little bit. It looks fine on my end, but also one of my windows is kind of not. I'm waiting for seems fine. Okay. No, it's not. Hold on. Pitch and hold on. I see somebody says fine on good enough. All right. Well, if it's not, then you guys tell me. So Ender is waiting just outside the mail slot. Before we get going, I haven't actually seen a ship fly through the mail slot yet from on foot. So Ender, I'm sitting here waiting. Why don't you head on in?
All right, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
We tried this yesterday on my stream, and it was a little awkward trying to find that location.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was in the station. I was not in the ship. So this will be the inverse of what I had yesterday.
Thank you, Cement, by the way. Cement always donates $1 so he can poop on me. I'd say he'll do the poop emoji.
Well, you know, it's good to have friends like that.
Absolutely. Hey, somebody can pay me to poop on. Wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't finish that sentence.
That's a different channel.
That is a different channel. Okay, so you coming through.
So I'm in the station.
Yep. So let's see, I'm below you, I think, if I can tell which way you're facing.
Right.
Yep. Go to your left and pull up
Just
a bit.
kind of like looking around.
You're facing, okay, y'all left. There you go. You're basically facing, we're almost right at me. Go a little more left.
Okay. Oh, wait, I think I found it.
Yep.
I think it's these windows.
Yep, you're staring right at me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You just hit something, but yes, you're absolutely
There we go.
staring.
Oh, it looks like
now,
there's quite an invisible force field here.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Doesn't seem like I'm that close yet.
Yeah, you're banging it like crazy. Can you see me moving around?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I see you moving around.
All right. First time I've seen. I really like the new shield. I really like
It's
the
super
new
loud
effects
when I
period.
crash into it, too. Listen to this.
You know what? Hold on. Let me turn the game up and see if I can hear you on my side. Try it
My
again.
shield's like almost dead now.
Nope. Oh, yeah, I can hear it, but not
And I think if you go into the main room and look up, you'll also see me. Because there's glass above the
Oh, yeah, there sure is.
main
Yep.
area.
Yep, I sure do.
I'm flashing my headlights in. Oh, I see you walking around in there, too.
Yep, I'm walking just kind of back and forth right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, okay, all right.
You did a good job here.
That adds to the experience.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
feel like they could have decorated it a little bit more from my perspective.
I was just about to ask you that. Like, does
it just looks like a nondescript gray building with a number 2 on it.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
You gotta get pretty close before you can see through the glass with the ship.
Does this building look any different than the other buildings?
No. It doesn't say like, "Hey, elite dangerous party bar."
Right.
It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't say that at all.
And just quickly, guys, I know somebody said a second ago that unfortunately, the Ender's frame rate is pretty low, and that's just Discord, right? That's what I'm seeing too. So it's just
they do that.
You know, it's if we stop and think about what we're actually doing, right? That he's streaming his camera live to me from New York. I'm then streaming my camera and him back out to the entire planet. I mean, when you think about it in that context, it's still pretty damn cool what we're doing these days, right?
We could maybe get it better if we used Zoom, but like, whatever.
Right.
I've also noticed that when I use Discord through the app, I get a way worse frame rate with people streaming than when I use Discord through the browser.
Oh, interesting.
Now, this is just some
Okay.
weird situation. I went through a rabbit hole. Like I went down the rabbit hole trying to understand why this is. And
By the way, are you touching down on pad 19 right now?
I am.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you land. I can see you through the window.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, you just touched down. And boy, have you noticed how
That's
dark the landing pads are? The lighting of the pads.
Yes.
Oh, I hope they fix that.
All the lighting is very much very bright or very dark.
Exactly. You fly in, I'm like, where the hell is my pad? Right? It's well, there it is, right? So Ender's gonna get landed, come in here and join me to meet me in the bar. Then we're gonna go jump into my ship. We're gonna go. I will find something to go look at, just so everybody knows what we're doing today. The first little bit of the stream, first maybe hour or so, we're gonna chit chat, talk about Ender, talk about his stream, what he's doing, his music, all that kind of stuff. Then in the second hour or so, we'll do something. Probably I'll do frontline, go to a conflict zone, and at that point, if you guys would like to join us, right? We might even go to open for that. We'll see. We'll go do that, and folks are welcome to join. So, so tell me when you. Let's see when you come in.
Just getting in that turbo lift.
Yep.
Insta turbo lift. Here I go.
I'm
Teleporting
staring
now.
at the turbo lifts right now.
Teleportation in progress.
Nice.
And there I am.
And there you are. Let's get teamed. Oh, let me turn my HUD back on. There we go. Okay, we're still teamed. Okay.
Oh, there
I
we are.
went go for the old
nice.
man look, huh? Nice.
Yeah, I went with the Old Man River. I see you've got like attractive.
Yeah, I
like
figured.
nice short hair.
Well, I figured the last thing I wanted to make all my guy friends do is look at another dude. So I always play female characters, right? I've been female characters for years.
I was like, who has a beard? Okay, who looks the oldest? This guy.
So let's go get in my keel back.
Okay. This will be my first time getting on someone's ship.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I did get on someone's ship yesterday, but I got desynced or something, and I was in a forever loop while they actually were flying and landing somewhere. So
Okay.
it didn't actually work.
I haven't
need to
had
clear my
that
bounty.
problem yet.
Hold on one
Okay.
second.
Okay.
Let me
So
go.
that means you'll have to menu log then, because it
You
will actually
also
clear.
are wanted. I just saw your
Okay, let me go in and check. I might have to
name
menu
next to
log
you.
for it. I mean, it doesn't
Let
really
me go to the
matter.
terminal. Yeah. Interstellar factors. See if I can pay this off.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Don't you hate how whenever you pay off a fine, you're always like, am I going to go to jail? Am I going to go to jail? Is this jail?
Well, and then if you've seen the bug right now that it doesn't actually clear your bounty. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, really?
I am not actually wanted. I do not have a bounty.
Oh, weird.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's try again. I wish I could get in this
Together.
teleporter with you.
Yes, completely agree. I think that's a missed opportunity.
Like, hey, let me in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Yeah. You just hit the invisible barrier. Now, what I haven't done, and I'm just going to wait, is wait here in the little lobby area for you.
Here I go. I'm on my way.
And Ender, what control method do you use? Yep, there you are. Or there you are.
Aha.
Sweet. Okay. Let's
I heard a
walk up.
controller question. I'm ready.
Yeah. What do you run for controller scheme? Keyboard, mouse, joysticks.
Oh, I've got quite a badass new setup that I've been talking about and promoting a lot. So, I've been flying the Thrustmaster T16000 for like 6 years, basically since the thing came out. But I've been playing it in the standard right side flight stick, left side throttle maneuver. With a tiny mouse pad off to the right.
Okay.
But I've been noticing that in long FPS engagements in the other space games, Star Citizen, and now in this game, my right arm was like really like hurting me, being so far to the right, like being and also having that tiny amount of real estate. So I've moved and changed my setup now. So I'm using a center mount flight stick with a Kinesis split Ergo gaming keyboard.
Okay.
So I have the left side of that keyboard left of my joystick, and then the left of that, I have the thruster kind of angled a little bit. And this allows me to have a massive, extra large, Glorious Gamers mouse pad to my right.
Okay.
For tons of mouse real estate room. And the ability to like fully play any FPS game or flight sim game, no compromise.
Nice. All right. Because yeah, like I've been I went dual stick about I guess about 6 months or so ago, and I've been playing Odyssey left stick and mouse. So
Interesting.
I use my left stick for locomotion, and what I love about it is I can creep around, right? Like I don't have to just go, basically one speed, what you get with keyboard,
Correct.
right? And I counted the other day, between all of the hats and buttons, I have 27 individual buttons, if you count it that way, that I can use. Well, dude, I can't reach that many on my keyboard with my left hand, so it even gives me a lot more, just choice and control. So I've really
Sounds like
really
you're
been digging
using
it.
you're using like what I consider to be the ultimate PvP binding for space games.
Yeah,
Left stick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do love left stick for combat specifically. So let me
Right side
fix-
mouse. Yeah,
let me-
that's the PvP or like dream.
Why don't we head?
But I have way too much muscle memory with HOTAS. I tried to go twin stick like, I don't know, 6 months ago. And within one day of it, I was like, oh man, I'm old. I can't relearn this.
Well, what's interesting? I'm actually flying dual stick and throttle, right? So
Oh,
my
okay.
throttle is just to the left of my left stick. So for example, right now in
Understood.
Super Cruise, I use my throttle so I can just go full throttle. I don't have to sit there and hold the stick forward for throttle,
Correct.
right?
Because Elite was made for that fixed throttle mechanic.
Exactly, right? And so all my thrusters are on my throttle and my thrusters are on my. I love that there's two binds for everything. And yeah, I saw somebody comment that I don't think it's going to be out today, but tomorrow for sure. I'm doing a video on all the keybinds. I've wanted to do that for a long time anyway, but with all the new keybinds, I figured it's a good time for it. And
I actually have a picture on my Twitter of the setup that I'm using right now that I was talking about.
Oh, can you DM me the?
Yeah, let
DM
me
the link to it
share
real
it
quick.
with you.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, hold on
I'll
one
share it with
second.
everybody. And I
I'd just like to
I miss-
interrupt quick and say it's great to see a fellow Ender in the Discord.
Yeah, this is Ender from our Discord. I figured I'm hoping this botanical center doesn't actually have like combat going on. I just figured it'd be somewhere it might be pretty that we can go, while we're chatting. There we go.
Just sent you that link.
Yeah, let me put that in chat for everybody.
I've been calling it "This is the way" is what I've been calling it on my channel. Exclamation! This is the way.
That was such a terrible show. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hot take.
Are you watching Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I am.
What do you think?
I like it, but I'm a sucker
think
for
it's
like.
fantastic. I think it's great.
I'm a sucker for a lot of that stuff.
Me too.
So I
I'm
like
a big Marvel fan, right? But I've always my favorite of all the movies is the first Winter Soldier film. My second is probably Civil War, right? And then it's Endgame and Infinity War, which are all the Russos, right? So I was a little worried when it wasn't the Russos doing the Winter Soldier and Falcon, right? But man, it feels absolutely like a Winter Soldier movie, right? I think it's been, I liked it a lot better so far than WandaVision. I liked WandaVision ultimately. I'm assuming you watched that too?
Yep, I
Yeah,
loved it.
You know what I didn't like it? Did you watch it weekly or did you wait and binge watch
I
it?
did.
See,
I watched it each week.
For me, watching it weekly, in my opinion, it really hurt it because they were so short. They would end so frustratingly. The first
Correct.
3 were so out there. I think
I was a
binge
little
watching
mad
it was
after
the better
third
experience.
episode. I was.
Yeah, it was just, it
I
was
wanted
always
to
like,
binge it.
right, exactly. But I couldn't wait at the same time, right? And
Yep.
for me, every time you're getting to the end, it's just getting good, and it's like, oh, please stand by. Great, thank you, right? They were just too short. Where Winter Soldier, I'll find myself like, oh my God, there can't be long left. This has been on for a while. I hit the button like, oh man, there's only 5 minutes, right? But they feel great. They're super fast, right? Not to get too quick spoilery, maybe if you haven't seen it,
watch
mute for
out.
10 seconds. This isn't that bad. But who do you think is the power broker? Do you think we're going to find out who it is? Because I do. I have a theory.
I mean, they are going to tell us.
I
And
think
it's going to be someone that we know.
So do you think it's going to be Sharon Carter? That's what I
mean,
think.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's my prediction that it's going
I
to
would
be.
really like that.
That it's going to be her. Okay.
So something I want to mention real quick about the ride here that I really appreciate that Frontier did is that while you were driving the ship,
Mhm.
I can go third person with all the cameras and fly the cameras around.
Yep.
Now,
That's-
as someone who's always
know-
looking for a way to get a visual to
Yep.
the screen while I do something else like play the drums,
Yep.
that's fantastic.
I
That
gotta
can have
admit-
someone else drive while
The-
that happens.
The only thing that was the saving grace for me for Apex is I use the third-person camera a lot in it, and I can get some pretty sweet B-roll, right, for stuff. That said,
Totally.
I still think there's a lot of issues with Apex, but as I put in
Correct.
my video, I don't think Apex is the issue. I think the issue is dying on or failing missions on death. But we'll get into the game mechanics. Oh, hold on.
Sure.
Let's use I didn't mean to do that. Let's use my SRVs.
Got it.
So if you guys don't
How
know,
do I do this?
so you just go to the roll panel between
Got it.
your legs. Yep.
Boy.
And so you can now Okay, hold on. Okay.
I'm in.
So yep, and if you'll move, I can't move because I can't deploy because you're blocking
Alright,
the
gotta
cargo.
zoom
There
out.
we go. Now I can. And so yeah, now you can multi-crew share the SRV, but only in
great.
physical multi-crew for some fucked up reason, not in telepresence
Interesting.
multi-crew. And I don't know if that's just a complete oversight. No, in Frontier it probably is, or if this is somehow by design.
I wonder what the distance is like. Like if you fly away, what happens to me and the SRV?
I don't know. Let me.
I'm gonna try to
let
flip,
me.
I'm trying to
I'm
flip
gonna
over your keel back. Here I go.
Oh! I just dismissed it. Be careful.
I'm going over the top. Going over the top of it. Barrel roll. Front flip complete.
Nice.
Oh man, what a perfect flip that was. Man, those SRV X Games training. Wait, where'd the ship go?
I just missed it. Just as you said that, I just missed it.
Did it fly away or did
It
it
did.
vanish?
It flew. I think it flew away.
In my perspective, it was like gone.
Yeah, I didn't see it fly away, but I think it normally does.
That's hilarious.
Let's head over to. I saw there was some of the new little life stuff up here. What's up here?
Okay.
So we'll drive around and stuff as we're chatting about stuff. So why don't we go back a little bit? Why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of how you got? We'll talk streaming first, like how you got into streaming,
Sure.
kind of what games you're playing. Just tell me a little bit, just kind of about your history there.
Yeah, no problem. Well, like I've always been a big gamer. My two biggest passions in life have always been music and gaming. I started playing piano at age 5, and then drums at age 12. I played in every single band all through high school. I went to Berklee College of Music.
Oh, you did?
and
Oh,
then,
wow. Okay, I didn't realize you went to Berklee. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's impressive. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about what to do and what not to do. Like,
Yep, sure.
Berklee is the place where you're like, wow, there are really talented people out there, and maybe I shouldn't act like that, or maybe I should act like that. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of get that, especially from a small town like I'm from. It was
Sure.
a good experience for me. But so that's one part of my life. But the other part of my life is that my dad was an arcade game distributor all through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So
Okay.
I used to go to arcades with him as a little kid and help him fix arcade games, or as much as a small child can help fix arcade games. Like I'd get all the quarters, I'd test all the slots, test all the buttons for him.
Nice.
So while I was always playing music, I was also always playing video games. And it was when I got, into high school that music became much more the priority and took over my life for, probably the next 15 years or so. Even though I was always playing games a bit, it wasn't a major part of it.
Gotcha.
Right? And then, I lived in Boston for like 13 years. I went to New York City, been here for about 6 years. And there came to a point where I was in that cycle. Like there's a cycle of a musician lifestyle where you're in a band and you're like, that's my band. And then that band ends or you leave or whatever. And then you figure out and you get a new band. You're like, no, that's my band now. And after a point of doing that, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that again right now. Like, do I want to do that again to myself? So I thought I'd make something different. And I wanted to find a way to combine my passions for music and gaming at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the origins of my Twitch channel started back in September of 2019.
And do you only game on your channel, or do you also play music on your channel?
I mean, I do both at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
I go back and forth, but I don't do full on. Well, I haven't done full music streams. Like I haven't gone
Okay.
to the music category and been like, "Hey guys, we're gonna play Dire Straits songs
Yeah.
today," or I
Good
haven't
man.
done that.
All right, and by the way, guys, I'm dying to talk music. Some of those that might that have heard me in the past. I was a saxophone performance major in college.
Yeah, I heard
right.
that.
So I'm very much looking forward to get to the music conversation. We probably won't go too in depth. We'll take that offline, right? But
Yeah.
I would definitely want to talk about it a little bit in a second.
And then games I play. Last thing you said was games I play.
Yeah.
I play Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen right now.
Okay.
When I started streaming, I was focused more on competitive FPS titles like Overwatch and Apex.
Okay,
'cause I love competitive video games.
Who's your main in Overwatch?
Soldier 76.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
an old man.
okay. I'm not a big Overwatch player. I haven't played it in, God, man, a
Got
couple
it.
years probably, but I used to be big into first-person shooters. And I've maybe got 100, 150 hours in Overwatch. Every single minute is Mercy. I've never played another character.
Oh, my partner Nidal
Right.
is the Mercy man.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. She's way better than me. She's like gold.
Well, in fact, as soon as if you remember back when they nerfed Mercy's ultimate, right, where she used to have the res, where she could res
Yes.
basically everybody at once, I basically haven't played since then.
Oh, gotcha.
Right? Because it kind of pissed me off because I loved that ultimate at the time, and I was just like, oh, this new one sucks. And then I got into Elite a lot more, and I just haven't
Gotcha.
gotten back to it, right? But yeah, that's why I'm really hoping there's some sort of healing, of medic sort mechanics that we get in Odyssey, because in first person shooters, I always go medic class. Right,
Gotcha.
back to the first one I really got into was Day of Defeat Source. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one.
No.
It was a Half-Life 2 mod it was from them, but right, it was essentially built on the Half-Life 2 engine. World War II sim, right, and again, it had a big medic class, engineer class, and several classes, right. And I always played medic class. That's just always been my favorite. So Soldier 76, you're the front liner, right?
Yep.
Yep, the running gunner. Gotcha. Who's your least favorite?
I guess my least favorite Overwatch hero.
Yeah.
I don't know. Zarya.
Okay. May always pops to mind for me, but maybe it's just because I hate
Oh,
May
okay.
just in general, right? And
I
I
think
had somebody in
in
channel
terms
that
of,
knows
like-
DoD. Yeah, nice.
Oh, nice. When we're talking about Elite for games, I've been playing Elite since Horizon's first launch. That's when I bought.
Okay,
Elite Dangerous.
2016.
Right when Horizon. I think it was
August
December of 2015.
Okay, gotcha. I bought it. I bought before then, but I didn't really get into it until April of 2016 because that's when the first Oculus Rift came out, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I remember, like I've told the story a few times. I got it the first night, hated it. I was super disappointed in the Rift. Like I thought the image quality, and it was really low, right? And I couldn't believe how bad it was. And then I was going to sell it, and I thought, I should try that Dangerous game. What was that thing called again? Dangerous something? Oh yeah, Elite Dangerous, right? And I vividly remember the first time I jumped, and I not only being in witch space, but then dropped at a star and was just like, oh my God, I have to learn how to play this game. This is unbelievable. And
Yeah.
and the rest is history, right? And
it's funny.
Yeah.
Just real quick about the
Yeah,
history
please.
of Elite. You and I met randomly at a community goal in January of 2018.
Okay.
Playing Elite Dangerous.
Now, did we meet at the end of my interdictor?
I don't remember.
Okay.
No. We met playing the game normally.
Okay.
back
Like
when-
I didn't
back when
attack
you were-
you.
No.
Okay.
We met just flying around, playing, and then if you scroll up on our Discord conversation, you can see the first message exchange between the two of us is from January of 2018.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's just you saying, hey, I just wanted to connect here with you. And me saying yeah, dude. And then me inviting you to
I
a
see
Thargoid
that.
event
I see
I was
that.
having in my old player group, which, by the way, Zero, who's a big streamer who plays Star Citizen now, he and I used to be in the same Elite Dangerous player group.
Oh, that's great.
Pretty funny.
Okay.
Pretty funny.
Nice. Well, I don't as much anymore. Number one, I don't get time. And number two, I don't necessarily do a lot of just random PvP, right? But, just
Yeah.
because. But I used to do a lot more PvP piracy at community goals, right? And so, it's funny. I've met probably over the years, of all the people I've ever interdicted, probably 10 to 20 of them, I interdict them to, stop. I'm stealing from you. Give me 2 tons of cargo, whatever I'm asking for, and then probably a dozen or more of those would turn into friends, right? It'd be like I'd start chatting with them, right? Because people wouldn't really get, some people do, that the only reason I pirate anyway is I just enjoy the human interaction, right? I only ask for 2 tons of cargo. I'm only going to blow you up or attack you if you shoot back or if you curse me, right? Or if you just like ignore me completely, stuff like that. Nice, that was a good jump. You're right in frame of it for me. And some of the guys would stop and chat along, and it'd be like, oh hey, come join me in Discord, and so that's my favorite type of gameplay. In fact, what's your favorite gameplay in Elite in general, if not in Odyssey?
I think traditionally my favorite gameplay in Elite Dangerous has been combat situations.
Okay.
And especially like specific ones, like building ships that are limited in some way to make it interesting, like fixed multi-cannons only in like dolphins and let's all fight together.
Okay.
Or
I like that.
Plasmas only in adders and like let's fight together. And then I guess other than that, it's big group activities.
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
how many people can we get into this particular mining field to go mining? Our record is 30 people. That's the most people we've ever got into one instance to go mining. I would say the sandbox of the game has become my favorite, but also through necessity, because as someone who loves this game and has been trying to keep it exciting for me and my viewers, I've been forced to create things over the years.
Yep. I mean, that's Elite, right? I mean, it really is, as you just said, the ultimate sandbox, right? I mean, it doesn't, as we know, it doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you, I mean, sometimes to a fault, sometimes for the good, right? But it's very much just, here's the game. And when I always tell folks that are new players that are trying to get into the game, it's like, look, decide who you're going to be. Are you a combat guy? Are you a trader, a miner, an explorer? What are you? And kind of go from there in terms of how you play and what you choose to do, because it is not going to hold your hand in any way at all, right? And by the way, just quickly for chat, unfortunately, I was able to get your camera at full frame, but it's only if I have focus on that window for some reason. I've had this problem before, and I'm not sure what it is, but I've got you in focus right now. So in a minute, guys, when we go to gameplay, and I take focus off his window, unfortunately, he's going to go back to stutter ender. But for now, at least we're nice and smooth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's something. I think it's because I'm running the game full screen at 32:9, capturing it and cropping it down. Like, I think I can figure. I don't have time to figure it out right now.
You on one PC as well?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's a nice one. It's a 10900K. At 5.3 gigahertz, 64 gigs of RAM. I mean, it's
You're still splitting it into different processes.
I am. That's right. I do have process affinity set, so I've got them on different cores. But yeah. Are you doing dual?
Into that stuff you are. I use dual PC.
Yeah, I worked as the director of IT for about 20 years, so big into it, right? Yeah. And I've got a second PC I could do it with. I just have. Honestly,
That's
the main reason
rig, isn't
it's interesting. So yeah and no. Yes, I can sit over at my desk and edit there if I want. And even when so I game on a 32:9, the big 49-inch. It's like essentially two 27-inch monitors in one frame. And I just got another one. So the new one I have is a 1440p. The old one's a 1080p. Well, the 1440p is sitting in my cockpit. And dude, editing on this thing in Premiere is incredible. It's also good at my it's also great at my desk, but it's more comfortable to work at my desk, but the monitor at my cockpit is better, so I kind of go back and forth, right? But I could stream with it. The main reason I haven't is if I capture my monitor, again, I've got to capture DisplayPort, and a DisplayPort capture device are in the $400 to $600 range, right? And
you're going to need the 4K 60 Pro.
You can't even use that one because that's HDMI. Right? And you can't convert.
That's HDMI 2.0.
Correct. Right. And so I'm kind of stuck in a way because of if I was just streaming 60:9 or even 21:9, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Right.
I understand.
So anyway, getting a little too technical here. Right.
You should ask Morphologist, by the way. He uses ultra wide for like everything he does.
And does he capture with a second PC? Do you know?
I mean, he does 4K Star Citizen, so I would assume he has to.
Okay. And so, okay, is something going on in chat, by the way? Do I need to deal with something? Somebody's getting twisted about something. All right, guys, I'm not trying to watch chat right now, so let's chill. If there's something going on, don't make me have to come in there. So
Turn the stream around.
Exactly. So let's talk.
You kids, quit it.
Oh, see, he's got all this. What do you use for voice modification, by the way?
That's the Roland VT4.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a
So you're doing it real.
hardware synthesizer, so I can
Nice.
take my voice up or down in pitch. I have a MIDI keyboard set up, so
Okay.
if I want to vocalize my voice, I can do whatever. 3 notes at once.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, okay, so we got to jump to music. I just have to, right? So primary instrument, drums.
Yes.
Okay.
Drums are my principal instrument
Okay.
of 27 years. Although I do have more time on keys, it wasn't what I studied in college, nor was it the majority of the bands I toured with. So I'd say I'm a good keyboard player, competent, but drums are more the full professional level.
Okay, hold on. There's apparently a white supremacist in chat, and so we're about to ban somebody.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not scrolling up.
I thought chat wasn't moving very fast for me here.
No,
so that's
me
why I
either.
wasn't-
That's why I'm trying to. I think somebody had to go off on my comments about piracy and make it into something. Yep, I see it. Goodbye.
Nice. Get him out of here.
And there we go. All right, thanks, guys. If something like that happens again, please let me know quickly. That's just not going to fly on my channel. So anyway, back to music. Drums primarily, obviously keys. And sing as well.
Not really. I'm
Okay.
a backup vocal.
Okay.
I've always loved singing because I was forced to in my first band, because in 7th grade when I made my very first band, I was the only one who could maybe carry a tune. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. So we used to do shows, guitar, keyboard, drums, and I would sing and play drums. We would do like Metallica and Def Leppard and Van Halen, and so I learned how to get the coordination of being a singing drummer.
Yeah, sure,
And
sure.
now in my career, if there's a backup ooh-wah or whatever, like I can do it as long as I practice the note.
Yeah, like I'm a terrible singer. The best I could ever do in college, one of the bands I played in, we had a little rock group, and I'd play backing guitar every now and then, and we did Crosstown Traffic by Hendrix, right? And I'm not going to try it right now, but the Crosstown, right? That high thing. That was that was the only thing I've ever sung before, because I'm just awful, right?
That's why I use a vocoder on stream whenever I need to sing, because I need to I play it,
right.
I can sing it.
Right. So, and let's talk a little bit. By the way, I pasted in a link to one of Ender's bands. The Pomps is the one that I put in, Ender. You said the Toasters was the other one that got a fair bit of fame. Let me put that one in too.
Yeah, like Exigeous asked me for some bands, and I've been in, and literally, you guys, I've been in dozens of touring bands, like stateside, worldwide, since I was 18 to now.
Okay, hold on.
It's kind of hard to pick.
Yeah, very quick second. Okay, maybe I overreacted on the band, guys. So, I just did it very quickly because I was trusting that there was some shit there and I didn't want to deal with it. I will look at chat later. If that was a improper ban, somebody let me know. I do see that there was some messages deleted from the guy, but look, I'm not going to fuck around with this right now. Like, if there was, I'm going to err on the side of banning somebody. If I should not have banned you and you're the person I banned, please reach out to me in Discord and I will unban you if it was not a fair ban. I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I just don't have time for that kind of bullshit. And quickly, George Dragu, thank you very much for the support, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. So again, if the ban was too harsh, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. So I'll look at the chat later. I just didn't have time to deal with shit right now. Okay, so back to what we're really here for. So how much do you play now? Right? Is that what you do professionally?
Yes. For the last here's just a real fact for you. Since 2010, the first thing I've done that has made me any money to live my life other than drumming is streaming, and that only started a year ago. So I've made my entire living since 2010 touring, playing in bands, and teaching music.
Nice, nice. And do you just teach privately then?
Well, over the years, I've done a mix of private lessons, so traditional
Sure.
piano and drum lessons,
Sure.
and band lessons, band classes.
Uh-huh.
Actually, when I got to New York, a really big part of my business was teaching kid rock bands. So
Okay.
getting a group of people together, kids as young as 9 years old, 8 years old, who might not have any ability that they know of yet, and teaching them how to play simple power chords, like one note bass lines, finding whoever can like yell, hey, what can you yell about? I can yell about toasters. All right, yell about toasters into the mic right now. And like writing songs together, all the way up to adults who used to play in their teen years and are now lawyers and doctors and Manhattan professionals.
Sure.
I'll go teach them how to play all the cover songs that they used to love.
Well, I mean, like, how
So-
hard is that, especially on guitar, right? I mean, 5-6 chords and you can play a
It's
billion
more-
songs,
yeah,
right?
It's not about like the playing, it's about how to play with others in a band setting.
Yeah. It
So
really,
that's been a big part of my business is
Sure.
teaching band classes, because that's one of the things I have the most experience with over the past
Sure.
15 years or so, is how to get along and play music with others, because music is inherently a social construct. It's the best part of playing music.
Yeah, it's funny, the get along part, like, I'm sure you can relate. How many bands have you been in that were great bands, but some personality conflict or something else like that,
so
right?
many.
Just ruins the band. Have you ever seen,
Oh, yeah.
have you ever seen the movie The Commitments?
No.
Oh, The Commitments is fantastic. I'll hook you up with it one way or another off
Okay.
stream. It's essentially about an Irish rock band that gets together. They're kind of all friends in a small little, it's from the 90s, I think. They're in this little Irish town, and they do like old Motown stuff, right? Like Percy Sledge, right? All that kind of stuff. Mr. Incredible. I mean, it's great, right? The music is awesome, and it's a big band too. They've got horns, right? Keys, right? So it's like an 8, 9, 10 person band. Incredible music. In fact, the lead singer for the movie, when they were trying to cast that, he apparently was working cleaning the set and had his headphones in and was just singing, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're amazing!" And the guy is amazing, right?
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, I'll connect you with it later because it's
Cool.
fantastic, right? So what kind of stuff are you playing? I know you mentioned a little bit about ska before. Is that like what
you said the
primary?
Pomps and the
yeah,
Toasters.
yeah.
Right.
Like what are your favorite genres to play?
Well, when I started looking for real bands, because I'm from a tiny town. I'm from a tiny Michigan town. When I got to Boston and started looking for a band to join, I was the most into what I would consider like West Coast Fat Wreck punk rock.
Okay,
Like no
okay.
effects.
Okay.
That's what I was really into. So I was looking for a band kind of like that. And I met some friends through Craigslist in Boston that happened to go to Berkeley. And I joined a punk rock band called Dead Ellington. And that was my introduction to the punk rock scene. And it just kind of snowballed from there,
Sure.
So I played in punk rock bands, and then I started playing in ska bands. And that's kind of, when you play in a music scene, you kind of get, I don't want to say you get pigeonholed, but you kind of do. Like, you kind of become like the person in that area.
Yep.
And the punk rock scene is small, and the ska scene is even smaller. So once you get on the road, you start meeting people and getting more and more gigs. And like, that's kind of how I went from playing in a local band to playing drums for the Toasters, who are one of the most famous ska bands from America. They started in 1981.
Okay.
I think of them as the Specials were the #1 two-tone ska band in the UK. And for me, the Toasters were the #1 two-tone band in America.
Okay. Okay.
So I got to do 2 tours for the Toasters, one in South America
Wow,
and one
wow.
in the States back in 2015, 2016. And that's always been like where my heart is at. Like I love ska music, but I also really like chiptune and video game music. I think
Okay.
that's what I play on my channel. Like when
Okay,
I play
okay.
drums on the stream, I'm always playing with kind of electronica. What's that? Like new wave
Yeah.
meets 8-bit
Yeah,
stuff.
I was just going to say something like 8-bit kept popping into my head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my heart is at these days. Like my favorite band in that genre is called Anamanaguchi.
Okay.
They're a video game based band from Brooklyn. They did a lot of the music for the Scott Pilgrim movie years ago, and they got some fame for that. They did the entire soundtrack for the Scott Pilgrim video game. They're incredible, and they're basically like a group of guys who play rock music with a Nintendo that's like the star of the show.
Yeah. Nice. And okay, guys, chill in chat, please.
God.
It's like I've never seen so much shit going on in a little. We're just trying to chill here, guys. If there was a mistake
come on.
earlier, I did not mean to rile anybody up. Let's just chill, okay? Everybody, please.
Get back on track.
Yes, very
Talking
much so.
about me here,
Exactly.
okay? Back to talking about me.
One last question on music, and we'll take this offline. I'd love to chat more about it. Favorite individual musician and favorite band?
Oh man, it's like so impossible.
I know,
God.
right?
Oh my God. Favorite individual musician?
And I know
Jeez.
like what pops in your head?
Man, okay. If I got to think about one musician that I really, really like for so many multi-faceted reasons, dude, I don't know, Trent Reznor.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
I think he's an amazing musician who also has been able to have an incredible career diversifying what he does in music.
Yep.
Like going from making the 9 Inch Nails music that we love to like becoming one of the #1 soundtrack people in Hollywood. So Trent Reznor rules.
And I'm curious what chat, the same question for chat, favorite favorite band, favorite individual artist, right? For me, it's always a toss-up, and they're pretty different between Miles Davis and David Gilmour of Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
If we get into jazz, I think like Art Blakey.
Oh,
one
my
of
God.
favorite jazz
Well,
drummers
yeah,
of all time.
Of course, right?
Charles Mingus,
Yep.
probably one of my favorite piano players.
Yep.
I mean, that's a whole different discussion.
Yep. And favorite band?
Okay. When I was a kid, like a teenager, I would have said Dream Theater. Like that was my band when I was a teenager.
Okay. Yeah. Now we're getting, because I've seen some metal comments, and they're like,
Yeah,
no offense, Henry, you
like-
look like a metal drummer, and I'm sure
everyone thinks I'm a metalhead. Like
right.
when I teach, like back when we used to be in real life and we teach lessons, little kids would always like, after the first lesson with me, they would always be like, I thought you were scary, but now I know that you're not. That's always what I would hear.
Absolutely.
From, like, little kids in my lessons.
Yep.
So when I was a kid, I loved Dream Theater.
Okay.
Actually, when I was at Berkeley, my private lesson instructor for the first 2 semesters was Mike Mangini, who now plays drums for Dream Theater.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Okay. Very cool.
It's a weird little full circle thing. But in terms of right now, when I listen to bands, like a band that always gets me to be like, wow, this band's so good. I mean, like the Foo Fighters are one of those bands that I still super respect and really like. I already mentioned Anamanaguchi. I like them a lot. I think one of my favorite punk rock bands of the last, like, I don't know, I'm going to go with a Wilhelm Scream. I don't know if you guys know a Wilhelm Scream. They're from New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh, no. Okay.
They're one
Funny.
of my
Like, I know the Wilhelm
punk rock
Scream,
bands.
right? I don't know
No,
the
they're
band,
named
right?
after
Yeah.
that. Yeah. They're a band that I've gotten to tour with a lot over the years. Great dudes, really talented. They're kind of like, they're one of those punk rock bands where the guitarists play more like they're in Megadeth or like Judas Priest. So they have lots of guitarmony flying all over the place, but with that punk rock thrash spirit and style.
Yeah. So I just have to ask, because I'm seeing a lot of requests in chat. Maybe you've seen it too. Are you up for giving us some drums?
You want some drums?
Yeah, I'd
Okay,
love
let
to
me
hear
see
some
if I
drums.
can-
Yeah.
let
Leave
me
the
see if I can
camera.
pull this off.
Actually, no.
You know what?
You can turn the camera if you
No,
need to, because I've got it
The
captured.
problem is the drums won't go to the microphone. Because hold on, I can do this. I'm smart.
Okay.
I'm good at technology. I can do this.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so I got to open up my mixer.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I got to send. I use a UI 16 digital mixer
Okay.
for all of my inputs and outputs.
Mac guy
So
then
let me
on the music side, or are you still PC?
Oh, I'm all PC.
Okay. Okay.
If I had the money, you know, I would buy
Yeah.
like a Mac Pro just for
Yeah.
music production.
Yeah.
But I don't have the green for that.
Oh, you know what I see in the background? I didn't notice before. That's a keytar sitting back there, isn't it?
There is.
Oh, awesome.
All right. So right now, I believe that we'll do this one at a time.
Okay. Cool.
You hearing that symbol?
No, only through your talking mic.
Oh, it's supposed to be coming through the talking mic.
Well, okay. So in your
Check it
vocal
out.
mic, I can hear the symbol a little bit.
Did you hear those
Yep.
drums?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, good. That's check number one.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
check number two.
Okay.
Check number two is the backing track. Check number two is backing track.
Okay.
Let's check this. Do you stream safe? Don't worry, it's stream safe.
No worries. No worries.
Do you hear the backing track?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You do?
Yep. 100%.
Okay. Here we go. Let's try this.
Okay. Oh, whoops.
Error, fail, error. Fail.
I was trying to go full screen with it.
I wasn't ready for this.
Oh, no worries. No worries. I
There
didn't
was
mean
a-
to put you on the
I got
spot.
it. We're gonna fix it. No, I'm gonna fix it. I'm a
Okay.
professional.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a professional.
There we go. Now I
Boom,
got the camera.
professional.
And sorry, he's getting a
You
little
know my
cut off
studio
on
has
screen.
like
but-
8 cameras, right?
No,
have,
I
like-
didn't. I didn't.
So hold on. If we're gonna do this for real,
Yeah, let's
we're
do it
gonna
right.
do this for real. I got to get them all ready to go here. So we got to get them all happening.
Woo!
Let's get them all going.
Okay.
If this is really what you want, this is what you want.
Oh, this
what
is
you want.
this is impressive. This is exact. I haven't seen this before, Ender. This is great.
All right, hold on. Let me turn off. I gotta turn off. Gotta go offline mode. Let's start over. Let's start this whole nonsense over. So here, let's do this. Let's go back. We'll go back to the regular face. Where's my regular face?
Yeah, not drum tutorials by Exigeous, drum tutorials by guest Ender. This is fantastic, man. Holy shit, what a setup.
Okay, let's do this the right way. All right. Lights. Lights. Let's go.
I love the loading drums.
If I got any subs out there, you can head over to the Twitch channel and control these lights, baby.
Oh, that's cool. Let's do that.
So this is a taste of my show. This is kind of how it works. Space games, space drums, beards, explosions.
Ender, if you can hear me, how do we do? Do we do it in your chat to control your? I don't think he can hear me. Yeah, he clearly can't hear me. That was fucking great. Okay, hold on. Let me put the camera back to where we were. Whoops, wrong one. Whoops.
Yeah, so there you
Dude,
go.
that
There's a
was
little,
fan-fucking-tastic.
that's all you get. That's all you get. You want some
That,
more?
that
Gotta
was
go to my Twitch channel, baby.
that was great. No, dude, that was. I'm so glad I asked. I had no idea you had all that set up. Right, that is really fucking great. So you're letting stream. Are you using chatbot to control the lights back? Is that what I saw?
No. I mean, I do have a program.
Okay.
Let me get the camera mode that I had for you earlier because I made you a special camera.
Ah, awesome.
Here you go. Here's the
Yeah, there
special
you
one
go.
I made for you.
Yep, that
All right.
looks great.
So I use a program called Lumia Stream
Okay.
to listen to the chat and hold on, hold on. You're gonna get all my alerts. Hold on. Hey, Prime sub. Okay, hold on. Let me thank you.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
yeah,
unmute
guys,
those alerts for
even
you.
though he's not live in his Twitch chat, you can still control things from his Twitch chat, right? That's why I put the
Correct.
links in for it. Yeah.
So I closed it down now. So now you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, okay,
I
cool,
use
cool.
Lumia Stream,
Okay.
listens and watches Twitch chat, and
Yep.
I made a whole bunch of specific lighting settings
Okay.
that every 10 seconds the chat can do. So that's one of my perks for my subscribers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
let my subscribers control the lights when I'm drumming.
Oh,
not
that's
so much when
fantastic.
not so much when I'm playing the game.
Of course.
Otherwise, my face, because I have a light literally 3 feet from my face is
Yep,
like
yep.
an effect light.
Yep.
So I'll get just blasted by those lights when I'm in game, which can be fun sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
Sure.
That
sure.
content can be pretty interesting and dynamic as well.
Well, I got to say, it's this is the first time, and boy, I don't mean anything to anybody else that's joined me before, but this is the first time. Let me say it this way: first time I've had somebody with as professional a setup as you have as a guest, right, and as complex a
thank
setup as you have, right,
Well, thank you.
which is awesome to see, right? Like, for my regulars, I stream as just a bonus kind of like figure it's fun, so I've never put that much, certainly not the effort that you've put into yours. I did add a new camera recently and bought a new camera because I'm just using the camera
nice.
that I'm on right now is just like an old Logitech. I mean, it's 1080p, but and as you said, it's amazing how much lighting helps. I mean, without proper lighting,
Dude, lighting
it's-
is,
yeah,
I would say lighting is more important
yes,
than the camera.
absolutely it is. Yep, because a crappy
because-
camera with good lighting, can look
Yeah.
acceptable, right?
Especially
Okay.
because of like the controls available or unavailable. Like
Sure.
if you have a C920, right?
Yep,
if you
that's
have a
exactly what I have.
C920
That's exactly what I have.
There you go. It's probably the best normal webcam out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It has pretty limited exposure settings, though. The way you can make up for that is if you have a nice light with a variable luminance, and that means that you can find that perfect exposure for the camera and then find that perfect amount of light that makes it look real.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, go
More
through and like
expensive cameras
set
can
the-
be adjusted to the light.
Exactly, right? So, well, I tell you what, let's why don't we switch into talking Elite and some Odyssey stuff.
Love it.
So again, guys, when I go to, unfortunately, when Ender's window loses focus, his camera's going to go back to like, a pretty low frame rate. I'm sorry about it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll leave it on him for now. But when we go to gameplay,
We
it's going
could
to
talk
break it,
off
right?
stream about ways to maybe fix that.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
I bring my followers and subs. I bring their game footage on my stream
Okay.
to like have I call it the remote camera, and I found a way to get it pretty smooth. So we can talk about it.
Okay, cool. Well, and I've got a secondary Twitch channel that I use just for testing streaming stuff, right? So we can do a stream and test it later, right?
Perfect.
But why don't we do this? So why don't we head back to the station? I'll call my ship in, and why don't we bring recall unavailable? Why is recall unavailable?
Also, can we talk about how difficult to drive around these like new sticks are? Like these like bamboo shoots
that we're looking at right now.
They're like impossible to fly in or around. They're just like death traps. They are cool looking though.
All right, why is it not letting me recall my ship?
Can't believe I gave you guys a free show.
maybe
Told
'cause-
myself I wasn't going to do that.
Well, thank you. That was
God.
that for me at least. That was the highlight. That was fantastic.
Oh, good night, dude. I like that I am so adept at this studio now because this is the setup I've been using for about, I would say 7 to 8 months, like this exact configuration.
Uh-huh.
That I can probably get this from like all power off to like all power on in like 15 to 10 minutes now, maybe even less.
So the question is, can I not recall my ship because of some sort of bug, or
Oh, do we have to run away from the station?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but I'll try that.
We're in a no fire zone, if that means
maybe
anything.
that's it. So yeah,
I did shoot my weapon once, and it yelled at me. It said like, "Fine, incurred."
Well, there's a lot of these things out here, isn't there? Actually, here's some stuff I haven't seen yet. There's new eggs and stuff. I was joking the other day that, you know, like the old Eddie Murphy skit, if you're starving and you eat a cracker, you're going to think it's the most amazing cracker you've ever had, where some of the life here is cool, but if you ask me, these are still crackers, right?
Correct. Totally true.
I hope there's going to be some more really interesting stuff, but let me get some distance. There we go. Now I can recall it. That was what it was.
Nice.
Okay, so...
See a lot of familiar names in the chat too. Thanks, homies, for being here. Pretty sweet of you.
Yeah, no, Pasto, I think it was just I think it was exactly what Ender said, that we were in the no-fire zone. Pasto, are you in voice or are you just in text? Okay, he must just be in chat. I know he was working
It would have
today.
been nice if it gave you a little thing like,
yes, that
"Please
told me
move
why.
away.
That's exactly...
Please
yes.
move away." But that's a complaint we've had for a lot of Elite Dangerous-esque things over the years. Like, don't just tell me I can't do it. Tell me why I can't do it.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Because if you tell me why I can't do a thing, I'll learn.
And so here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm thinking we'll fly back to the station, and then we're going to grab Frontline to head to a conflict zone. And at that point, you guys are welcome to join us. I'm thinking we'll just go to open for that, Ender, right? I don't know why we wouldn't.
That works for me.
Yeah, we'll just go to open, so you guys can join us in open. We'll head to... Now, have you done on-foot conflict zones yet, Ender?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
A lot. We did
Have
a
you
lot
done-
of those yesterday.
Great.
and
Have
the
you
day
done a
before.
high-intensity one yet?
Correct.
Okay,
I've
good.
cleared one solo.
Okay. Yep. So let's head... The worry that I have is they're just not that hard. Right?
Correct.
Like,
We
I
need to make
figured...
them harder.
Yeah, because right now, the way I look at it is we're walking sidewinders, and if I can be a walking sidewinder and solo a high one without any kind of engineering or upgrades to my ship yet, I worry about that a little bit.
Yeah, the future of it.
Yeah, because once I'm
And
a walking
also-
Corvette, it's going to be,
Yeah.
too
And
easy.
then you also worry about like the future of a game is like, if it's only a future once you spend all the engineer grind is also like kind of like for me a problem too.
Yes, I completely agree with that too. Yep. Like I worry that some of the
doesn't
features that
substitute gameplay.
that's exactly right. Like when I made the video about mission fail, what I see is a big issue. Why the fuck did it park here? I don't even know if I can get underneath it. Is people are like, oh well, we're failing missions right now because once we have engineered blah 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 and stuff. It's like, well, that's not a solution, right? Like that's just
not where the game is now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're solving for bad game design right now, and that's what, in my opinion, very much needs to be addressed, right? So I'm on board.
I'm about to attempt to get underneath there.
Okay.
Bunch of stuff in the way.
Okay, sorry. Waiver. Sorry, I'm just a viewer.
There we go.
Driving. Dude, if you're driving, you better be sitting still. He said he's driving, and he better be sitting still in chat, Pasto. No texting
Bored.
and driving. And oh man, I got my first vaccine shot yesterday, and when I woke up this morning, oh my God, my left shoulder is killing me from it. Right, it wasn't too bad. Are you on board now?
Yep. Was that
Okay,
shot number 2 or
great.
1 for you?
Shot number one.
Got it.
I
was talking with Crispy Tater Tot today, and he was saying that he's getting shot number 2.
Yep.
Like soon. And he's like, I hear that one hurts more.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So
I think it. I don't know that maybe it hurts in terms of, like me right now. I'm just sore at the injection point, right? But I know the second shot you can have a much bigger reaction, to it.
Oh, okay.
Right, because like you're building up more of the antibodies, and the second one can really kick your immune system in. I don't personally know anybody that's had a bad reaction. My mom's husband got like pretty bad chills the first night after his second shot, but other than that, they were fine. No, my second one is on May 1st.
Oh, go on.
I get a haircut after May 1st, everyone. So
Hey, look at that. Nice.
absolutely.
Yeah, here in Brooklyn, Nidal and I are still fighting to get a chance to get a shot.
Okay. Yeah, I could have gone a little early as a caregiver for my folks. That's what I do. But at the same time, like I don't go out a whole lot. I don't have to. And I was like, I'll wait my turn. I'll let somebody else that is, in the high risk categories get it first, right? But so yes.
Oh, I got a crazy bug I want to show you.
Yeah, please.
I have a crazy bug I want to show you in game right now.
Okay.
Take a look at my screen. I think you're going to get it.
Yep.
Look at the middle. It says now entering outer Orion Perseus conflux. That's like near the center of the galaxy.
Well, you're also still in the first jump animation, and we're well in Super Cruise now.
So this is what happened the other day.
Interesting.
I was stuck like this even after my wingmate parked. I don't remember if that was Spectre or if that was you in the chat, or if that was Michael. Please tell me if it was one of you guys. But this happened to us yesterday.
Interesting. So the question is, what will happen when we actually get there, right?
Last time I got kicked to the menu.
Okay. Well, as long as you are still at the station, I guess is what it comes down to, right?
This kind of thing happens in Star Citizen a lot. We call it the desync. But the difference is, it looks like one person is just staring in space, but the person flying the ship is like, I'm at the station.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I mean,
it's a similar problem.
Yeah, I'm not getting too tweaked about most of the bugs. I mean, it is alpha. That's what we're here to expect.
Alpha, exactly.
There's a few that have been, like the Apex taxi not having textures and the floor texture being like some of that stuff is just kind of like, really, like, come on, that's a little. I don't know. That shouldn't have been there, right? But some of the other stuff, right? I mean, again, that's why we're playing it. I think for me, the biggest thing that I think Frontier did that's a mistake is to charge for alpha, right? I don't get
Agreed.
it. Right? You're literally asking people to pay.
It was a monetization. They did it monetarily.
Exactly, right? Like you're asking people to pay to help you test your game. It just feels, I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me from that regard.
I mean, historically, I don't think Frontier's been very good about monetizing their product. In a way,
I would agree with that in a way, right?
In a way, this is good, but I think they should have focused on other things, say over the last 6 years, to get money from their community, rather than asking us to pay for the privilege to test their alpha.
Agreed, right? One thing I do see that I was thinking this the other day that I think is going to be good for them with Odyssey in terms of a revenue stream. I got to think they're going to sell a lot more skins and ship kits, because now being on foot and be able to see them, we're all walking up to each other's ships and stuff. I think people are going to, like, I've never really cared too much about that kind of stuff. It's just not really my jam. I know some guys do,
see my
right?
Fleet? See my fleet?
So for me, it's just not that big of a deal. But now, I'm probably going to care a little bit more, right?
I am a little worried about the future of on-foot outfits in the game, though.
What do you mean?
Because, well, we have heard very little about how we're going to customize the colors of our characters once we're on foot.
Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha.
Right now, we're all a bunch of stormtroopers in the same outfits. Like,
yep.
I'm not interested in the photo possibilities, the screenshot possibilities on foot, because we all are wearing the same outfits. And they haven't told us anything about ways we're going to alter or change those colors.
I don't know why you added the ways that at the end of that sentence and didn't just stop with "they haven't told us anything."
Got it.
That's the better sentence. But if you know what I mean. I've got to think, like in previous betas and stuff, when they added skins and stuff and arcs and stuff like that, they've never shown that during any beta periods or anything. So my expectation is that I can't imagine they're not going to monetize this shit.
What
out
about
of
the
that,
Hollow
right?
Me? I mean, Hollow Me seems like the perfect opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
But it seems like that's not. Like,
I
as far
think
as
it
I
will
know,
be. Well, and
Oh,
if you're
okay.
getting into character customization, right? Maybe we won't see more there, but I think in terms of suits and stuff, like you said, I got to think that there's going to be quite a bit of that because you're absolutely right. People love that shit. They absolutely want to customize the characters. And actually,
one of the most fun parts of Star Citizen is like putting on weirdo different outfits and taking photos with your friends.
Yeah. Well, in chat, I'm curious if you guys care about on foot, like, character customization. If you do say, let's see, we'll just do yes if you do no, right? So I'm just curious how many yeses we get versus nos. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
let's
answer's
go
yes,
ahead. And
everybody.
I imagine it's going to be a lot of yeses. Let's go ahead and disembark.
I'm still in that entering
Are you?
Orion Perseus conflux.
Okay, because I just disembarked. So I tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to leave the wing, and let's see what
Yeah.
happens. Actually, show me your screen if you don't mind.
Sure, it's the same
Let's-
thing it's been.
Let's see what happens when I leave team. Okay, there we go. And
there we
booted.
go. Lost
And
it.
booted. Yep, okay. All right, so now let's get you back with me.
Now, where do I show up? What
I
if show up
imagine
on
you're
the
going to
planet
spawn at the station.
SRV? It'd be pretty funny.
I think you'll have to spawn
Nope,
at the
I'm
station.
at the station.
Okay, good.
I'm at the station.
So yeah, mostly yeses in chat. A couple nos. I'm in the no category, just not my type of gameplay. But I imagine. I tell you what. Let's do before we before we friend back up. Let's just switch. Let's switch back to open.
Oh, open. Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna walk
Okay.
into the concourse and then switch to open.
Good idea. It's pretty funny.
So yeah,
I'm
mostly yeses.
excited to talk about
Yeah, let's start
like-
talking about some Odyssey stuff.
issues in the current game that are not inherently alpha based. Like,
Okay.
like meaning like that's an alpha problem we just had.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah.
they're gonna fix that kind of thing.
All right.
I
Yeah.
have
Like I'm
noticed-
not tweaked about that kind of stuff right now. Sure.
Yeah. I've noticed a couple things that to me seem like really blatant like oversights in their FPS game design that I'm hopeful they'll fix before Odyssey 4 releases, but I don't think it's guaranteed. Let me accept that team request.
Yep.
I'll give one for example. I feel like there are a lot of controller and UI choices that were made to prioritize a controller gamepad over a keyboard and mouse experience.
And we're talking about on foot specifically with Odyssey based?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I
Yes.
think I agree with you. Why don't you expand on that a little bit?
Sure, of course, easily. I was worried about this when I watched the community managers play with controllers for all the demo stuff, because you saw all the tall tale signs of someone using a controller, like ring, like awkward shifting motions. I was like, that's not how a keyboard or mouse player plays a game like this. And then once we got into the game, that wheel system that you bring up in the corner, like the quick choice wheel,
It is awful.
the controller, it's a controller thing.
It is?
Yep. Now they are going to be able to optimize it to use it with a mouse. Right now, the mouse is like
It's
impossible.
awful. It's awful from
But-
the two side ones like health and energy pack aren't
Those are
horrible.
easy.
But the three for the different grenade types and stuff is just it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But it's like the point is, you should be in an FPS game that's aiming to be at all competitive. You should be able to move in any direction while aiming in any direction while grabbing the items, guns, consumables, whatever that you need.
Absolutely.
So in
yes.
this kind of control method, you need to like stop moving for a moment to do that. So that's one thing. They need to give us keybinds for everything. A PC gamer has an entire keyboard at their fingertips, and they need to take advantage of that. The fact that primary weapon is button 1 and also button 1.
I'm just about to
is
say
another-
exactly that you can't go to your
another
prime.
huge
Like yes,
misstep.
it's not primary weapon 1 or primary weapon 2 and then secondary weapon individually. It's primary weapon 1, cycle primary weapon 1, and primary weapon
Yeah.
2. And yes, it's
Yep.
awful. I completely agree. Right.
That's a big misstep.
Because I can't
Another
immediately go to
misstep-
my
oh,
laser
go
if
on.
I want versus my kinetic if I want, right?
Mhm.
I go back from my pistol or something. No, that's not the one I want. Yes, I Completely agree.
Yep.
Yep.
Something else I think they could fix is that there is, when you use your mouse, first of all, if you go into the options and you set next weapon, mouse up, previous weapon, mouse down, there's a problem with that the way the game is working. Because in most FPS games, when you set the mouse to be your weapon select, if you happen to click the mouse, say, 2 times instead of 1 click, it still only goes to the next weapon. In this, every single click is the next weapon. So if you're using your primary gun 1 and you click up twice, all of a sudden you're back to the same gun. He puts the gun down and brings up the same gun.
Yep. Yep. Well,
So-
and we were talking the other day, like a couple of guys were complaining. It doesn't bother me too much yet, but I do think it bothers me is that the weapon switch time is too slow.
Oh,
right? Like
it's compared to the shield recharge of the NPC,
Yes.
way too slow.
Yes, trying to like you take down their shields with your laser rifle, and then by the time you get your kinetic out, right, they're either hidden or their shields are almost back, right? So
Correct.
yes, agreed, right? There's a lot of right now personally, my bigger complaints are around the stealth gameplay, right? And my single biggest complaint is the HUD. Right, the fact that the mini map is way too close. Right, I never can tell where my teammates are ever. Right, because they only show on the compass when you're looking at them. The other problem with the compass is it's got to show at the edges of the compass that something's behind you on the left or right. You know, because something's in front of you, you turn and then it just disappears off the compass. Right? Like what?
We need wing targeting.
We need. Oh my God, that's another thing. We need wing targeting. We need marking a target, right? Like marking a spot on the ground, so you can say, "Hey guys, go over there, ping," and mark something.
Ping system.
A ping system.
The Apex
right?
Legend ping system is required for every FPS game from now until the end of time.
Yep. And I haven't used that one, but the ping system that I play a lot of Ghost Recon, right? Its ping system is great too, right? But for the mini map, there's got to be some sort of, and I had hoped maybe this was coming with the Dominator suit, obviously not, or maybe this is coming with engineering or something, but there's got to be some sort of like indicator that, hey, like in Ghost Recon, there's somebody over there, like a big blur, and then once you focus in on them, you know, it resolves the target, right? Things like that, because of the number of times I've been trying to do a stealth thing, and I'm creeping around, you turn around and there's somebody standing right in front of you. That you had no idea was there, you had no indication of them, and there's got to be some sort of thermal detection or something like that, right? I've gotten to where I use HUDs a lot, obviously mini maps when you're in a game like this. I don't even look at it because it's worthless, right? It doesn't do me any good whatsoever in its current form. And these are things where I think you and I agree that these aren't necessarily simple things to fix, right? Or add, you know, where some of the stuff is bug fix or just tweaking numbers. Like that's all, like right now, the combat in Frontline pays nothing, right? It's ridiculous what it pays, but I don't care, right? Like if it launches that way, I'm going to care, but that's easy enough to just tweak a dial, right? The issues you and I are talking right now are fundamental game design problems, right? That I worry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you're right. They are fundamental things. And to me, a lot of them point to the fact that a keyboard and mouse FPS gamer never played this game.
Yes.
If a keyboard and mouse FPS gamer had played this game, that, to my knowledge, was made to be the way to get the FPS world to care about Elite Dangerous.
Agreed. And okay, so you just hit on my worry, right? That the first-person shooter stuff that's being added is nowhere near interesting enough to bring in a first-person shooter player, right? Correct. And I don't think there's enough. I worry that there's not enough there to keep an Elite Dangerous player interested in it. So
because the combat on foot, I just described my clunky control issues, but also there's hit target issues. Like headshots seem to do no difference to body shots.
I've had a hard time telling that too, right? If it does or does not.
Either the head hit target is this tiny pinprick area, or it's the same. But then again, if you were someone, no offense, controller homies, no offense, but if you're a controller cat out there and you don't play FPS games very often, you probably wouldn't notice because you're probably only hitting body shots anyway.
That's exactly right. And yeah, and I'm a keyboard and mouse FPS shooter too, right? Like
Yeah.
I can't do shit with a controller. And so I completely agree with what you're saying. And somebody in chat, i7 made a great point, which is, that that frontline and on foot combat is going to become the new CQC. Right, and it'll be something and the other thing I'm worried about, and I hope we just haven't seen it yet, is that there are more on foot game modes than just this kind of dominator mode that we have now, which is fun enough. But if it's literally just that, it's going to get old pretty quick. Like I don't really do conflict zones in my ship anymore because they're kind of dull now, right? Because you just go in, especially if I go in my vet and I just stomp everything, and then it's like, well, all right, that was fun for a little bit of pew pew, but it's just not, it doesn't keep it engaged, right? Where I hope that if there's multiple types of game modes, if there's capture the flag, I mean, there could be so many things like that. And I just worry that, I joke all the time, it's Elite Dangerous Missed Opportunity. It should be the game name of the title, right? And that this is going to be Odyssey Missed Opportunity. That's a lot of these little things that would keep or bring in other players aren't there, right? So now we're talking about a very simple first-person shooter mode, and yes, by the way, guys, to be clear, I'm not making any judgments here, right? Like we got a long way to go still in alpha, right? There's still a lot more for them to show us, so I'm not making any judgments. And what we have seen so far, I think there's a lot of good here, and I think there's a lot of potential.
Oh yeah,
for something
I've been having
great.
fun. I had
Me
so
too.
much fun
Me
the
too.
last 2 streams.
Yep.
Two
So
streams
with that,
of lots of joy and little yelling.
why don't we head to Frontline? Let's go
Sure.
ahead and book so we can fly out there while we're talking.
Can I bring up one more
Of course
one
you
more
can.
thing? I really only have 2 things that are on like the front of my mind about this phase 2 of the game. We already talked about the keybinds, we talked about the control issues, but it's the social issues. I'm really hoping that there's going to be more ways to be social in this game that they're not giving us yet.
Can you give me an
Especially in
example?
the bar. Yes,
Okay.
the bar. The bar is this big featured area in the stations, but it doesn't feel very social because we have no push to talk like global. There's no click on a commander and instantly chat to them or instantly friend request them. You can't sit in the chairs. Can't order drinks.
Okay, I got you.
It's like they kept talking about this social hub in all of the coming soon aspects of the game. Get ready for the social hub, everybody. Get ready for the social hub. It's not social.
No, you're right. I mean,
Opening chat is just as awkward,
Yep.
if not more awkward than being in a spaceship.
Yep.
So I hope there's some things they haven't shown us yet to turn the bar into a place where you could actually go and open and actually meet someone and play the game with them.
Yep, I agree with all that. So just quickly, I'm
Coming to
heading
you.
to Planet 2, or that second moon that has the Delony something's the name of it, that has the
Hold on, let
high
me look
one.
at it.
Right, yeah, so it's let me bring up the system map.
Is it Nervy
is-
2C?
No, it's Nervy 3 Alpha Bravo, I think.
I see it.
Yeah, 3 Bravo
it.
Alpha, excuse me,
Who
3
are you
Bravo
fighting for?
Alpha.
The Jet Crew or the Creative?
The Jet Crew, the first one, is who I picked.
Jet
Yep,
Crew, got it.
And
Got
yeah,
it.
Delony Command Garrison. So, and by the way, if anybody watching, if you'd like to come join us, please do. We're back and open now, so
I wish I could get in this same one as you are. Okay.
well, there's another thing. Like, I wish we could take the same Frontline Solutions transport
Yeah.
together. I wish we could take the same taxi together.
Makes it
right?
awkward.
It does, it ruins the, hey, we're going together, we're doing something together. Oh, I'll take my own Uber, you take your own Uber. Huh? Right? Like,
It's the I don't want to call it a third. It's not really a third wall thing, but like the immersion aspect of the game is more jarring than it used to be.
agreed, right?
It used to be you're a spaceship, deal with it.
Yeah.
And
Now,
now-
we could, just to be clear, we could have gone and gotten in one of our ships together, right? So we could have flown
Correct.
together. And mainly the only reason I'm not is so I don't have to fly right now so I can chat and all that
Didn't
kind of
we get-
stuff, right?
No respawn.
We get no respawn if we do that.
Exactly, right? So, and if you fail out, like now, I think it's nice because at the end, we'll just spawn back at the station, right? And we don't have to fly back. If we flew our own ship there, we would, or you spawn back in orbit, right, when that happens. And the other thing that somebody did point out that the drop ship is a federal ship, but it seems so
There's so many
head
good memes.
scratching.
Have you seen the good memes?
I haven't actually.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna show you one
Okay,
right
okay,
now. One
okay.
of the
DM it to me
homies
and I'll-
in my Discord. One of the homies in my Discord made this because I was like, "Can someone make a meme for this? We need it." Hold on, let me send it to you. It's so good. Yeah, that was what a weird misstep that was. How did we not get a drop ship
As
be
the drop
ship
ship.
called
Well,
the drop ship?
and I get it that like somebody pointed out to me, well, if you're an imperial role player, you don't want to go in a drop ship, or if it's an imperial conflict zone, showing up in a federal drop ship doesn't make sense. And I guess I get that, right? To me, we were talking about like what ship would be the best one, right? I mean, the Vultures, I guess you want to do small class so it can land and be everywhere, right? So, I mean, I guess the Vulture makes some sense, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I hope that, you would hope if you're going to an Imperial one, maybe you go in I guess the Clipper would be too big, right? You go in an Imperial ship if you're going to a Fed one, right? Okay, here, let me open these. Oh, you gave me a link. I don't have access to that channel, wherever it is.
Oh, you're not in my channel yet?
Oh, if I'm
damn.
not, shoot it to me. I'll join you real quick.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah.
Although I might, you know what? I hit the
What
100
a
Discord
misstep.
server limit recently, so I have to like leave Discords if I want to add one now.
Hold on.
I think
hold
I'm at
on.
99 right now, so
I just invited you.
there we go. Okay, I'm in. And
These are both made by
There we go.
my buddy Spectre on the channel.
okay, hold on. Let me go to that.
He
All right.
he just texted them to me as well.
That's pretty good. Oh wait. Yeah, that link should work. Actually, hold on. That link might not work. The image. What's the best way to do this? Let me just put it in Imager real quick.
Oh,
just
that's
in
the wrong
case.
one. Ha! Wrong
Oh, is
one.
that
That's a
the-
beard.
Okay. Hold on.
That's a glitch in the game. You get a crazy beard face.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen that one a lot for sure. Oh, there it is. Now I see it. Give me just a sec, guys.
We posted them on the Reddit as well. There's other ones too.
Oh, yeah, I imagine there's a bunch.
The whole riding in the dropship thing goes from being lame to really cool very quickly. Because
It
riding
really
in
does.
the back seat of the Vulture, you're like, what? I didn't order an Uber
Okay.
Black. I ordered a warship. Right?
Right,
So,
right. So here,
that's
let
a
me
bit
throw it up
weird.
on camera real quick.
Sure. Show it up.
On screen real quick. Just it's in the way.
Yeah.
Not a drop ship. Yeah, love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause
Perfect.
Exactly. Right. Like, and where is this? Where'd all this room in the Vulture come all of a sudden? I mean, I guess you could argue take out the SRV bay. I mean, sure, right.
That scene is cool though. Like you're hanging
I agreed.
from your feet.
Agreed.
But you know how much cooler it could have been? I want you to imagine this. Imagine if when you called this dropship, it's not a dropship, you right away were back there with like 6 other people and you had voice comms and you could talk to each other while you were driving and you're getting shook around and you have a little camera screen in front of you that shows you a camera view of outside the ship.
Yes.
Where you feel
Completely-
claustrophobic,
yes.
you get that D-Day, you get that going to war claustrophobic feeling
Yep.
that so many video games have given us in the past.
Yep.
But instead you don't.
I
You're
completely
like
agree.
regular Apex taxi, and then you're like, wait, what the hell? I'm in the back of the ship now?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, like right now, exactly. Right now, why am I not in the back with some sort of view, right? And why aren't we all together, right? Imagine we're all back there together, kind of thing. Your team, right? I get that it wouldn't be other people, but if you're teamed up with 3 others, right? You're all back there together, seeing each other. You got an external view of it, and hey, you're getting warnings. We're entering the zone. I mean, because look, we all know the audio in Elite is fantastic, right? Like
Great audio.
I think it's
Hands down.
the biggest strength in the game, right? And so being able to play all that up while we're waiting, to your point, like why am I sitting where I am right now? And the other people that are about to drop with me that are in this Vulture, where the hell are they? Right? It just, I don't know, it feels weird in that regard.
It could have been very, very cool. And I think they could have done it easily by taking one of the stationary ship cameras and putting that onto a small, like, remote view screen with
Yep.
maybe some added distortion or something for
Yep.
realism.
Yep.
The same thing could be argued for the fleet carrier. Give us a little camera in our dashboard that's like live feed. It's kind of grainy, whatever.
I agree.
Like, by the way, speaking of fleet carriers, you guys watch my streams. The reason I have such an over-the-top sequence for every single fleet carrier jump is a tongue-in-cheek jab at Frontier because they've given us nothing for that jump.
Oh god,
So
I mean that's another one
I
that's
give you,
so
I
brutal.
give you everything because they give you nothing.
Yep. Okay, so
Okay,
I just dropped in.
I'm on the ground.
Okay, me too. And now here's the other thing, like to find you. Okay, there you are, right? But on my, there's no, like, especially the mini-map. The mini-map is worthless. It needs to be a logarithmic scale so that the closer you are, and then as it zooms out, it fades out, right? I should be able to see much further away than the few meters, it seems, that we can see. Okay, so on my way to
I'm at
you.
Echo right now.
Yep, I'm on my way to Echo. Whoops. Another thing,
Another,
if you notice that
you-
it
go on, you
doesn't
go
capture your mouse properly. Like my mouse window,
Yeah.
like I lose window focus all the damn time. And so this is a high, guys. So these guys are much, much tankier.
There a shield down here.
I saw that. Yep.
Shield is my favorite commodity. I have a problem with the grenades, though. Have you noticed that when you change grenades, all you get is that tiny little grenade picture next to your gun that is always attached to your gun. So you can't tell what grenade you're using
Correct.
unless your gun is out. And if you're in the middle of changing guns, you
It
can't
goes
tell.
away. Yep. Yep.
But even when you can tell, it's a tiny little lightning bolt or a teeny tiny shield on top of that grenade. It is like borderline impossible to see what grenade you are about to throw.
Oh, Submit, you just
Also,
glitched.
grenades in general have problems. You can't
it,
cook the
Submit.
grenade, so they just fly like you're Superman throwing a baseball.
And again, like just then, I lost mouse focus into another window.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
It might be because of my multi-monitor setup. I mean, I'm.
Oh, I mean, I have two monitors. My mouse never leaves my screen. I'm playing in a borderless windowed mode.
That's where I'm playing
If
too.
I
Yep,
if
and it
I
just
hit
did it again.
escape,
It just did it
if
again.
I hit escape, I think I could do that.
Well, you know, I
But,
think what it probably is, I have right now. I have Windows overlaid on top of my game so that I can see chat and stuff while I'm playing. And I think it's
Oh,
that
gotcha.
my mouse is actually moving and gets there.
Wonder why they couldn't give us the normal grenade throw style of choose grenade, hold left click while we get that kind of arc.
Yeah, can you?
Right?
I mean, yes, exactly. And you can't do that, right? It's just you get to it and you just toss it, right? There's no like lining it up like you said, right? There, and that's the problem. I've said this from the
And you
beginning,
can't
right?
cook it either.
Right,
You
you've
can't
got-
cook the grenade because
you've
they
got-
fly so far away.
Exactly, right? So you've got what worried me from the beginning, right? You've got a company designing a first-person shooter that has never done a first-person shooter, that gets no input from anybody on how to do a first-person shooter. And
Yeah.
to me, it feels like, especially with the stealth gameplay I've said, it's like somebody described to them over the phone, this is what a stealth shooter is, right? And here, why don't you play? No, we don't need to play one. That sounds like a good enough description, right? And they just went with it. I also think this respawn time is absurdly long. Like this is
Doesn't it depend?
What am I doing?
Doesn't it depend on like where your team is at the moment? I don't know.
maybe yeah, if that's not clear,
Like
right?
how good you're doing.
But
in the
regardless,
match.
it's still too long. Like I sat there for what was that? A good 10, 15, 20 seconds. I'm still not playing yet. Still not
Uh-huh.
playing yet.
I'm going to Echo.
Still not playing yet. Okay, now I have control. Not on the ground yet though. Now I'm on the
You
ground.
know what? The grenade physics are actually really good. Like once you lob the grenade, they do look cool, and I really do like the detail in them. It's just we need the aiming arc, and we need to be able to cook them in your hand so you can actually time it, like one time it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. I was focused
No
on the
problem.
fight. All right, let's head to
I also
Alpha. Where
Got it.
And,
I'm
yeah.
starting to get like the feels of like the grind being 100% necessary for some on-foot aspect because of how fast your suits die.
And by the way, actually, I'm at Foxtrot because we're
Got
capturing
it.
Foxtrot.
I'm on the way there.
Okay, cool. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Actually, I don't
get
think there's friendly.
worried.
I'm pretty sure there's no friendly fire. Hold still for a sec.
okay.
Yep, no friendly fire.
Oh, really?
Yep,
There should be.
I agree.
Oh, God.
There's an ammo crate
Hiding.
over here. Scurry arm.
Oh, that's another thing. I wish we could like ping the ammo crates.
Yep.
Like, I think when you get boots on the ground, you should have no idea where the ammo or energy
Ah,
things
nice
are.
submit. Nice submit.
Someone should have to find them and ping them for your team.
Yeah, and again, why did I spawn 7 meters or 7 kilometers up in the sky? Like, I should time this. That's got to be at least 5 seconds.
So nice things. They did really good job. that sounds funny. They did really good job. They did a nice job with the visual feeling of being inside a helmet. I
Yeah,
think
I'll give you
the,
that.
like,
Uh-huh.
flaring, like what is it, distortion effects on
Yep.
the edges of the helmet
The,
is wonderful.
the sweat that you get when you're running.
Condensation
Yep.
is also wonderful. As we said, the sound is good. You know,
Okay, by the way,
stealth game
from death
notwithstanding, what was
to,
that?
from death to playing again, I've got a stopwatch going right now. It's 45 seconds. Actually, it's going to be longer than that. Okay, I have, let's see, when I'm on the ground, almost a full minute. And I'm still not back in combat, right? So you cannot have a 1 minute respawn in a first person shooter.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I have that much of a trouble with that timer. You know how I would make it, I'd like it more though? Is if it was like in Apex or any other drop-in event, what if you could decide when to fall from the dropship? So you could tactically choose where to fall during that 1 minute.
Agreed. Yeah,
That's what
sure.
That's what
sure.
they do in Call of Duty. That's what they do in Apex. All the battle royales. When you die, and you spawn back, you fall into the map. And in that waiting time, you could be looking at the map, deciding where to go. You know. I gotta find some grenade crates.
Well, like for a minute ago, I wanted to switch to the shield grenade, and I accidentally used a energy pack doing it.
Did you use the wheel?
Yes.
Oh, I know. I don't even touch it. I hit. You can make a keybind for swapping grenades.
And I haven't set
And
that
I
up
just-
yet. Yep.
Yeah, I would say hit that button, and then it will switch through your grenades. However, you'll only know what grenade you have
By
because of
looking
that
at the
tiny
indicator,
little symbol underneath your ammo. It's fine having the ammo locked to the weapon, but they shouldn't have locked the grenade to the weapon. The
What are
grenade should be in the
you-
bottom left with your other stuff.
I completely agree. What are you enjoying for weapons right now?
The laser rifle, and then the like full-on machine gun,
Okay. I'm digging the
Halo style.
I'm digging the submachine gun laser, the Eclipse, I think it's called. And
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, and then and then not the Eclipse, the TK. Shit, I can't remember.
Oh, okay. You're using the small
submachine
one. I'm
gun,
using
small
both.
one.
Got it. Using both the big rifles, the one with the little scope.
Okay.
And then the
So I'm
Master
using
Chief
the-
machine gun.
Yeah, I'm using the AR rifle. That's the rifle. Okay, we got to just find the last two guys. Which the number of times I've seen this bugged where you can't kill the last two.
Oh, I had someone stuck in a building last night. They were trapped inside a building, and we couldn't figure out a way to open the door.
I've seen NPCs where like NPCs are where NPCs are blasting at it and they just won't kill. They won't die.
Oh, I have an easy fix that absolutely must happen, I think, before the full version comes out. When you call an Apex taxi, you enter the Apex taxi, it should not take off instantly. You should be able to choose take off. Because if you accidentally click board,
Uh huh.
you're gone.
And you're
gone.
screwed, right?
That's what happened last night.
No.
I was trying to go into the Apex taxi to grab the e-breach so I could open that door. And because I have to use HOTAS controls, that's another problem. The on-foot aspects
Why
need
isn't
to
that
be
charging my
all
suit?
keyboard and mouse controlled. Any
Okay.
menu that you walk up to in an FPS environment needs to have mouse control for clicking and selecting. They've mixed in some ship UI movement and control issues inside of the FPS controls. Have you noticed that?
Not specifically. Sorry, I'm looking for
Here's
an energy port.
So I'll
There's one.
elaborate.
There's one. Yeah,
When
please.
you walk up, when you click on a ship to board ship,
Uh-huh.
like when Apex comes down and you walk up to it, you hit E. Those controls you're using right now are not mouse controls. You're using up, down, left, right.
Oh, yes, yes,
UI,
yes. Yes.
ship UI. And because of that ship UI awkwardness, I accidentally clicked board ship.
Uh-huh.
If I was using the mouse to move around, I would
Uh-huh.
have never hovered the mouse over board ship.
I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah, because now there's this weird mix. By the way, just quickly, capturing points doesn't matter anymore, guys. We need to kill these last two. Just
And I know
quickly,
there's
for
a way I
those-
could bind the
For
fix
those
this.
that don't know how this game mode works, you see it's 690 to 0. Well, every time you kill one of their players, they
Oh my
lose
god,
10
we have
points.
a clipped out enemy.
Whenever you okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. And
We
then
have a
whenever
clipped
you
enemy on the wall.
whenever you capture a control
he's out.
point,
He's out.
their team loses 100
spinning.
points. When you
He's
get
out
to
on the wall and
0
spinning.
points, I can't see him. When you get to 0 points, then all you have to do is kill everybody from the other team to win. So right now,
Look
as
at
you
my
see,
screen. Oh, he's dead. Damn it. Sorry.
oh, good, that did kill. There's one more somewhere then, because now there's one more target that we have to kill for this to finish. And then
Oh,
the
he
other
was
thing
like-
too is, if we want to have another battle, the only way to do it is for us to all exit to main menu and come back in, or leave
Relog.
and come back out. Yeah, but if you and I relog, I don't know that that'll reset it because there's so many
No,
other humans
if
here.
there's real players here, it won't work. Just like if you're trying to reset a combat or a res site,
Exactly.
same mechanic.
So in a minute, what we're going to do for those that are watching and hearing along, we're going to head into my private group so we don't have to do that. So that we don't, because if everybody's in open, if you'd like to join us and you're listening and you're not in my private group, just send me
we
a friend
got
request
one.
and it'll automatically do it. Yeah, there's one more here somewhere, but I bet we're
where
not going to
is
find
this
him.
Where is this?
Which is
dude?
why I think this game mode is pretty crappy too.
It's like, it's not massive problems, they're just little ones. But a lot of little ones add up.
Charlie has come online.
All right, I tell you what, let's do, so we don't have to fuck around with this forever. Why don't you and I, Ender, go ahead and
Quit
log
out.
out to my private group.
Got it.
Again,
Sounds
anybody
good to
that
me.
would like to join us, feel free. I'm only going here because we're kind of stuck and we don't have
Mm-hmm.
any other option to.
It's like when we were talking about that binding problem of ship UI controls mixed with on-foot controls. This is another exact point that shows you that when they tested everything about this game, they used a gamepad controller.
Yep. Which, you know, it'd be
They
interesting
never
to know
had a
stats.
keyboard and mouse in it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know the stats on how many people are playing on which control. Because I got to think controller players. I mean, maybe it's
gonna be
more
a
than
high
I think
number.
it is.
It's going to be a high number, I think. A lot of you guys got sim pits out there. You might not be ready for the kind of control needed, you know, keyboard and mouse style.
By the way, I did not get any pop-up to pick sides.
I don't have one yet. I think you have to. I got the choice. It
You
just
do?
asked me to choose. So I'm back. I think if you start shooting one, you'll automatically choose. So
I
here,
don't
let me
see any
find
NPCs here.
Here we go. I'm shooting one. I don't know if you're in my instance.
I don't know that I am either. Let me send. It does not
Oh, we
look
gotta
like
team
it.
up. That's right.
Okay, I just sent you a team. Oh, there we go. I've got it now.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me,
which one did you
grab
pick?
that.
Did you pick New Jet or Creative?
The jet crew,
Jet
same
crew,
one
okay.
as last time.
Okay.
Let me find that team invite.
Battlefield, Commander. Take out all enemy targets and secure
Oh,
the
it says
area.
invite the team unreachable. And I do not have an option to join your team.
Let's if we chat each other, that should probably do it.
Oh, okay, let's try that.
Oh shit! I sent it. Sorry, I sent it to Ender, not to you. Sorry, Ender. Hold on. I didn't send it to Enderprize.
Hilarious.
Yeah, where are you?
Oh, that was weird. I tried to chat to you and it didn't like
There we
work.
go. You have to click with the select button. You can't use the enter key in this chat. That's
Oh,
another
interesting.
problem. Yep.
That sounds weird. All right.
Okay, it's showing you in private group, but not my private group. I
Oh,
assume.
did I choose the wrong private group?
I mean, I don't know.
Hold on,
Probably not.
I
It's
might have done
probably
that.
the game's
Let
problem.
me try again.
Okay.
Well, I'm back to the menu. Private group. Exigeous. Go. Let's see what happens this time. Loading in.
Enemy support has arrived.
And here's what Cement calls the stapler sound effect. When you start
All right,
hitting.
Now,
Okay.
I will try to invite you to the group.
Okay.
Invite to team. I sent you an invite to team.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Now, I don't get the choice to choose a side yet. Maybe I'll just shoot whoever
I
you're shooting.
think,
and maybe
yeah,
that'll
I
fix
think
it.
because we're on a team, you automatically get chosen for you.
Reinforcements are
Okay,
touching
so I'm
down.
following you.
Okay, roger that.
I'll zoom in on someone you're shooting and see if I get a...
Yeah, Ryan Wilkinson right here. Actually, Natasha right in front of me. That's the other thing, dude. That the NPCs
Yeah, there we
just
go.
go toe to toe with you and just stand there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any hit marker difference between body, limbs, or heads in
It
this.
does not seem like it
I
does
think
it.
it's all identical, which needs to be changed because that's how you balance skill in games like this.
Uh-huh.
A novice in an FPS game is never going to be able to hit a headshot because they're too busy trying to not die.
Yeah, I mean, I just was drilling him in the face. Also, somebody else was with me, and he did go down pretty quick. It's just impossible to tell. Let's go to. I guess none of the control points are online yet.
Oh, yeah, they are. Interesting.
Yeah, dude, I was just
Enemy reinforcements.
drilling him in the face.
I also think the whole thermal damage versus kinetic damage is a bit over the top. It's like you can fly an all fixed multi-cannon Type 10 in this game and unengineered and still do pretty good in most conflict zones. But in this kind of battle, you'll have to waste. What was that?
Are you getting any score? It's still 1,000 for me.
No,
Are you getting?
I don't have
it's-
anything. I have no readout of any kind.
Yeah,
All I have is a bunch of people to shoot.
It's not counting deaths. It's not. That's why the control points aren't coming online. Fuck.
You want to log out?
Well, actually, here's a
Try
control
again?
point finally online. Let me capture. I'm at Charlie. Head to Charlie with me.
Got
Let's
it.
see if this.
I'll just follow you.
Yeah, if this doesn't give us any score, we're gonna menu log again.
Oh, I see it now.
I just died and it respawned me back at the station.
Oh,
Ooh, I see
wonderful.
the control point. I'm on it.
Um,
I'm not getting a percentage, but I'm here.
I need energy badly. And I don't want to use my last.
Energy's by the command building.
Okay. Let's take this.
I do like the animation of the little grenade box when it opens up. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I got no point for that. Why don't we?
Correct.
Why don't we just restart?
Everybody quit.
Yeah.
Make sure
So
everyone's
if,
out,
if
maybe?
you're in here, if you can like log for us, guys, to main menu. Oh goody, menu log.
Oh, I didn't know we had the timer. Okay, so we got the standard 15-second.
It depends.
Countdown.
I've seen it as short as 3 before, like during combat stuff like this. I guess this depends on where you are.
It depends the last time you got
Yeah.
hit or if you're
Yeah.
like seen by an enemy.
Hey, Exigeous, I have a question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
What would your feeling be if that timer was changed to a full minute?
Oh, absolutely.
Or-
Absolutely.
Or 5 minutes?
Maybe
5
5
minutes
minutes
too
is
much.
too long, but a minute, absolutely. I would in a heartbeat. Okay, so so again, guys, please,
wait.
if you're listening, please, if you're in my private group, please exit out so we don't have to, not let it re-instance. I'm going to give everybody a few more seconds. So please, if you're in there and you're hearing me, please go ahead and log out. let's see what time is it. Okay, perfect. I've got about another 15 minutes to a half hour or so. So hopefully we can finish one of these. And
Wicked.
I might call it after that. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back in.
Me
So
too.
hopefully everybody's out. And maybe this time, Ender, we don't even... Well, I guess let's team up again so we can show on our HUDs and stuff, right? Because as long as we pick the same side, it doesn't matter that much. Okay.
Now, something that's another thing I got for the on-foot aspect that is cool, possibly, but awkward now. Have you had any friends fly in their ships and provide air support?
Not yet.
Dude,
I've done that
really
some.
cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool, but it's also horrible. I'll explain. The missile splash damage is incredible. You will die. Also, your friend from orbit, they can't see the markers. They
Right.
can't see anything, and they
Right.
also can't target you
Yeah, it's
specifically.
Pretty much.
So they're kind of
guesswork.
like, oh, there he is on the chat. Yeah.
Hi.
So they're kind of like blindly firing down. I wish we could like put smoke down. Like if we could like
Agreed.
put smoke or
Agreed.
flares.
Yep.
That would
well, one
make
of the
it
things that I
really,
wanted to try
really
too
cool.
is during a fight is go in the command center and turn off the base point defense, right? So that so that you're
Oh,
not. And by the way, I don't even know there's any NPCs here right now.
I got the choice to select a side.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm gonna try doing that. Nervy Jet Crew. I just chose it.
I'm
And
at
now-
Charlie.
It started. It started once I chose. Maybe everyone in the instance has to choose.
I don't know. There's nobody to shoot at though.
Oh, I need power. Hold on. I gotta find power.
Go to the
I'm gonna
command
die.
center. Where I am, straight across. Yeah, there you go. Actually, I need it too. Turn my shield off for a
Uh-oh.
second.
Suit battery
Okay,
down.
if I got instance, you're about to get cast.
Is now online.
Suit battery down.
Where's the charge?
Hold on. I'm
Well, at
looking
least
for
the
it.
points are counting now, so.
Yeah,
that.
you're right. They did. But if we don't have literally anybody to shoot at, this is going to be less fun than
Hey, but it's as easy 300,000.
Yeah, wow.
Yo, the money
Yeah.
comes from
Oh,
the.
okay. I got to
comes from
admit
picking up
that
the
moon up
NPCs.
there on the horizon right now, that looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, there
I think
are
the
some
environments
nice
look
visuals.
great. I think the new lighting looks. It's certainly not a 2021 AAA title in terms of lighting and stuff, but it is much better than Elite has been in the past.
That goes
Actually,
back
right
to
now,
your,
the base turrets
back to your
are
cracker
offline.
thing.
Yeah, because I think all the power's out.
Yeah,
It's
the
been so
power
long.
regulator is empty.
Okay, why don't we do this? Maybe we exit out because it seems like we all
Back
pick
to
the
a
same
station.
side. Well, maybe we all pick different sides, and then we
Oh.
just do some PvP.
Okay.
I tell you what, let's do this. If you're in game right now, come to Delta. Well, no, Delta's inside. Where's a better one? Just come to us here in the center. I'm just going to jump. You guys can find us. Let's see how many of us are here.
Have you noticed the graphical bug of part of your helmet showing up? If you duck and ADS a bunch, part of your like helmet. Oh god, part of your helmet
Nice.
that's showing up.
Okay, so there's at
That's
least
a
4 or
graphical
5
bug.
of us. How many are here? There's 5 of us right here. Is anybody else here that's not here? Okay, so why don't we do this? Ender and I are going to pick one side. The rest of you guys pick the other side. And let's see
Yeah,
what happens
okay.
next time. So everybody exit out to main menu again.
So we're Jet Crew again.
We're going to be
Got it.
Jet Crew. Everybody else is going to be creative.
Got it.
And then hopefully it's
Science.
not like 7-on-2.
For science.
Okay, I'm about to go back in 5 seconds. Hope everybody's out. 3, 2,
waiting.
1. Here we go.
And me too.
And yeah, and this part of it's broken, guys. This is not. I'll admit, I'm disappointed that instancing is just as shitty as it's always been. That this clearly hasn't been a big focus, or
I mean,
if it
they
has
kinda
been, they
told us
haven't
that.
solved it yet, right? So that's frustrating, and they kind of did, right? Because this is what's gonna kill stuff. Okay, I see fight. Okay, there's fight going on this time. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we're good. We're good. So in fact, if you guys want to join Jet Crew with us, great. If you want to go creative, go for it.
Ever notice how when you get back in your suit, you're always like almost dead?
Yes,
Like,
your
I had
energy's
full
low.
power, and now I'm at like 40. It's like you're a junkie. You're just constantly on the hunt for more energy. Constant.
The
Come on, why is
instance
that-
I joined does not have combat.
Okay, well, jump out and back in because this one definitely does.
The problem is, after a conflict zone has started, it's sometimes impossible to instance into it.
Oh, really?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't able to join in yesterday, Ender.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. It's like we're learning like the new rules of instancing. I wonder how many of these are going to be the set in stone. I used to be in this band years ago. The band was called Dead Ellington, and then it became known as Rebuilder. Some of my best friends in music, I've played music with them for like 15 years or more now, okay? But one of my main dudes in that band, his name's Sal, he had this saying that we kind of created around him. And that was once a song was written and once a song was recorded, you're kind of not allowed to change it anymore. We used to call it the glue. We would call it the glue has been set. So the rest of us were fine with changing songs that have been recorded, but he was always against it. I feel like Frontier, in a way, has that mechanic in their gameplay. They're willing to make some changes onto something until that glue is set, and then there will be never a change.
I think that's very, very accurate, right? And, you know, because the worry is, how many times have we seen Frontier make massive changes between showing us something and us playing it, right? It's not been much, right? And we need some massive changes with this. Yeah, dude, headshots, they cannot be a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to start learning what the new instancing is, because a huge part of my content is group activity.
Oh, same here. I almost never play solo.
I like trying to turn Elite into the MMO that I wish it was.
Right, right.
So I've learned a lot over the years of how to make it happen. But I want to know how to make it happen in this game. And we're going to find out tomorrow. We're going to attempt a big PvP battle royale.
Oh, what time?
Tomorrow.
What? Because I'm going to do the same
night-
thing on Monday. I'm going to do a stream
perfect.
on Monday.
We're trying to do
and
it tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll
We're
be there.
attempting a on-foot PvP.
12v12.
Yeah, if we can do it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I don't know if we
absolutely. I'm planning to do a stream for that Monday, like I used to do the old Sidewinder
Cool.
slaughter stuff. So I'm going to do like on foot slaughter, basically. Oh man, I died. I wasn't paying attention to my health.
We're
Okay,
gonna
so
find out.
I'm timing the respawn time. Let me see. Because this time I was like 4 kilometers up. And yeah, Maple Leaf said they don't have the staff to deal with the old bugs. I think one of the problems is the amount of technical debt in the game, like over the years, and all this shit that hasn't been fixed over the years. I gotta imagine that, and I'm hoping that as part of this, with the code base balloon from 20 gigs to like 52 for the first alpha. It's like 44 or something right now.
What's that great quote from Burr? The code spaghetti.
Oh
Commander
yeah.
Burr's code spaghetti.
Yep.
I love that terminology he coined. I don't know if he coined it. I don't work in tech, so I don't know if that's a thing.
No, I mean, sure. Technical debt would be the more technical term,
Got it.
right? Technical debt's when you just go, we'll fix it this way and we'll come back to it later, and you never come back to it later.
We'll fix it in post.
Okay, this is absurd. I've been a full minute, and the bays aren't even opening yet.
I think my biggest thing that it's like, this reminds me the most of Halo. The
I've heard
combat
that
reminds
comment
me the most of
constantly.
Halo.
Yeah.
And just like in Halo, once your shield is down, watch out because you're going to die. So as long as you play with that mentality, you usually have a better time. Also, the switching weapon mechanic is just like Halo. We use the Covenant weapons to take down the shield, and then you use the human weapons to, take them out.
You
So
know,
they
just
need
realized,
to lean
here's the
into
problem.
what makes Halo a good game.
This
and make
whole
it more
time
like
I'm
that.
in the dropship, I can't turn my shield off. My suit energy is already at 65%. I started at 100.
Dropping?
Right?
No!
I'm at 2 minutes. I mean, I guess this is bugged now. I'm at 2 minutes stuck in the dropship.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, David, can we do anything if we're stuck? What do we do? Do we literally have to menu log again? Again, alpha. I won't get too pissy about this.
I would
can
say
you
that
join?
the
On
NPCs
Twitch,
remind me
just-
of playing the. Oh, was that?
No, I was just gonna say, somebody on Twitch asked, how can I join? We're in my private group, the Exigeous private group. Just send me a friend request.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it will auto join you.
I
I
would
guess
say
I'm
the-
gonna log.
Do you ever play the Division or the Division
A little
2?
bit, a little bit. Division
The
2.
bullet spongy enemies are what a lot of the enemies in this game remind me of. They just seem to soak up so many shots.
It's
The
kind
headshots
of
don't seem to
absurd.
matter.
Yeah. Over the last couple of years, my favorite shooters I've been playing is Ghost Recon, Wildlands, the first one, and Breakpoint, and those are my favorite ones. And the enemies in those aren't. I mean, they're not. Yeah, I wouldn't call them bullet sponges. Not like Division.
Let's talk about some of the like good things that are happening right in this new version of the game, because
There's a lot
of
good.
good things.
Absolutely. But let me also comment on that real quick. Yes, we're sitting
Sure.
here bitching about stuff. I get the comment a lot, or not a lot. I see it every now and then of, oh, if you don't like it, shut up, or why are you complaining so much, right?
Exactly.
Well, we're complaining so much because we love the game and we want it to be better, right?
And it's
okay,
alpha.
Yeah.
That's what we're.
I did
we
not.
Paid
And
for
it's
this
alpha.
privilege.
And it's
We
alpha. That's
paid
what
for this
alphas
privilege.
are for. Okay, I
10
did
more
not
bucks.
get with you guys.
Well, technically we didn't pay, but most of you did.
I paid. I bought my copy. I did not get a copy.
It was like $10 more or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like, now is the time to talk about it. Once it's out, we gotta just deal with it.
Exactly. So we're sitting here
guess.
complaining about it because that's what you do during alpha. But Ender's absolutely right. There is a lot of good stuff, right? We're basically focusing on the negatives because that's what you do with constructive feedback, right? But yes, there's a lot to like about it. I've been surprised over the last week how much fun. Okay, good. I got back in. It looks like how much fun
Nice.
I've actually been having.
Well, and also a lot of that is for if you're a longtime player of the game like you and I are. It's been a long time since any new mechanic has come into the game that we probably wanted to be a part of.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I just sent you a friend request or team request, Ender. Can you see if you can
Okay,
take that?
I got it. I
just
see
to
it.
see if we're instanced
I got
together.
it. I wish there was a way to do that without going into the menu and menu diving.
Agreed.
Another aspect of intense combat should not make you menu dive and be stationary.
We are not instanced together. Does it look like, Ender?
I should have a hotkey, like left bracket, grabs you into the team or whatever.
And again,
That's
by the
the way to
time
do
I
it.
get into the fight, I'm at 20%, 15% energy already.
That's the way they do it in Star Citizen. You get an overlay whenever
Where's
someone
the-
friend requests or group requests, left bracket or right bracket to say yes or no.
Yes, that's exactly right. Oh,
And
I
then if
can't
you
use
miss that
one.
timed moment, then you got to go into your menu and find it.
All right. I don't think we instanced it. Oops. I don't think we're in the same instance, Ender, but is this... I'm going to have to go here in a little bit. Oh, maybe because I
Got it.
actually forgot to pick a side.
I'm trying to grab Bravo.
Battlefield, Commander. Take out all enemy
I do have a
targets
lot
in
in my
this area.
instance.
Bravo is online.
Nice.
Secured.
They fixed the fire damage field of effect. That's nice. Everyone remembers during
Well, and at
phase
first,
1.
yeah, and
fire,
at first, I had it where, God damn it, where barrels when they exploded would kill me, would crash me out, and that's been fixed. I'll tell you, one of my favorite mechanics of all is the jetpack. The jumping
Oh, yeah.
mechanic with the jetpack is awesome.
is very cool. It's fun. I feel like in the future of the PvP mechanic, it's going to make you a sitting duck because you can't control your descent once you start going down.
That's actually a really good point.
You're ripe for headshots and whatever else while you're floating if they bring that mechanic in. So I wish there was a way to, like, put thrust in the opposite direction, like force you down or force you left to right, kind of like the SRV.
And why did they take the plasma weapons away from us? Why not give those to us now? Because they were awesome. Because I was
They
one of the
came
ones
out-
that
I
got
didn't
them.
get it. My chat was blowing up. I woke up that morning and I saw my chat was like, plasma weapons are amazing. And then like, no, they're gone.
Yep, and they were great.
So I was like, what?
Well, you've got the fact that the NPCs have the plasma weapons too. which is
Exactly.
Oh,
like-
they have it.
So if they're going to get it, why can't we have it? Like, if it's not in the
Exactly.
game at all, fine.
can I have a plasma weapon? Charlie has a plasma weapon. Can I please have one too?
It's like that.
I do love the melee kill too. Like getting the melee
Yeah,
kill
they're pretty
is
good.
so
I like that it's
satisfying.
fast.
Yeah.
It's nice and quick.
Yep. But the NPCs, like this guy, he's just standing and face tanking me. Right? I mean,
Oh
he's
yeah,
walking
the
around a
enemies
little bit.
know.
But
They know how tanky they are. Like the NPCs fight full like the way I fight NPCs in my fully engineered Type 10. If it's like I just sit there and face tank it.
There's a firefight in progress at Echo.
It's like they are heavy engineered and they know it. They're just like
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
just.
and you're
sitting
doing
there.
all of that with the Roland, you said? The vocal
Yeah,
mods?
I do it all on the fly.
Yeah.
The most beautiful thing about the Roland is that it has fully analog sliders for everything. So my pitch can go all the way down like this or
Yep.
all the way up like this.
Nice.
And also there's
Format? So there's format at the
same time, so you can kind of like
Make
Love
your
it.
own.
specific little voices.
and then the same thing with reverb. I can control how much verb. And then
Nice.
at any time with the MIDI controller, it takes over on the vocoder. So at any time if I'm talking, if I start playing a note, then I'm singing that note. You know.
Are you familiar with the Windows app Voice Meter?
Yeah.
Okay, do you
Heavily.
use
I got
Voice
strong
Meter?
opinions.
I
No,
love it. I mean,
don't
for
use
what
it.
I do, I think it's fantastic, right?
It is
Um,
cool. It's a great program, especially for teaching. I've used it for students, teaching students about signal flow.
Yes, yeah. I was teaching somebody the other day, like I got him set up with it, and then I spent like 10 minutes explaining, like, okay, so here's how it works. You know, you send things here. These are your inputs. Here's your sends, right? And I said, okay, now if you want to, like, if you wanted audio to come through to Discord, what would you do? And you know, like, made him think it through, right? So it is a great for somebody who's never done audio mixing. I think it's a good kind of intro part.
is.
If you
It's
have
also
done,
yeah.
and it's free, right?
Yeah, it's free. It's a good lesson in getting used to that. And it's also a good lesson is like is your brain a brain capable of this kind of work? Because if you look at those sliders and you spend a few minutes with it and you're just like, I can't do anything. I don't know how to do anything. Maybe that's a note that like this kind of stuff is not for you, or you're
Sure.
going to need to go down a rabbit hole of learning in a more guided way. The reasons I don't use Voice Meter anymore is that it's not aimed at professional applications.
Agreed.
And because of that, it doesn't have safeguards. So what I mean by that is that if you overload a buffer, all of a sudden that channel's audio is destroyed, and you, the user, have no idea unless you're listening to a preview of that send. So what used to happen in my old Voice Meter rig is sometimes the duplicate of my Blue Yeti that went to chat would get bugged, and chat would be like, hey, your mic is insane. And I'd be like, oh, damn, I got to go reset the audio driver.
Yes.
Because I got no warning about that. So for me and my obsessive control every minute aspect of my studio and my sound flow, it's not reliable enough for me.
Yeah.
But
what do you
as
you
everyone's
use-
favorite thing to say in the tech world is your mileage may vary.
Yeah, of course.
You might have a great experience with it. I know that Obsidian Ant uses it. I'm sorry, not Ant. Malik. Malik uses it. He loves it. One of my all-time favorite streamers, the Sushi Dragon. If you guys don't follow the Sushi Dragon on Twitch, you need to. He's like my idol. But
I don't
that
know
dude
him.
uses he uses Voice Meter to link like 9 PCs together. He's a
Yes.
live
The-
video graphics editor.
Yep. And VB Audio, V-Band, so what he's getting at is you can stream from one PC to the other, stream their audio to, and it's absolutely real time. It's really fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes what I'll do is I'll sit at my desk when I'm working on something, and if I want to record my mic, well, my good mic is over here at my cockpit. Well, I'll stream its audio through Voice Meter to the Voice Meter at my desk, and then record it that way. Right? What do you use to record audio? Do you use Audition? I'm assuming not for music, but you're using something better than Audition.
If it's quick and fast and dirty, I'll use Audacity.
Okay.
Audacity is another cool free program in the world of PCs and Mac.
Yep.
So I'll use that if it's quick and dirty. I don't own an official license for Pro Tools or Logic anymore, but I do have Ableton. So if I need to do something more than what Audacity can do for me, I'll use Ableton.
Gotcha.
That's actually a part of my studio that needs a massive upgrade, is the whole actual digital audio workstation, like making music side of things. That's due for a pretty big upgrade one of these days. But the reason I've been waiting on it is the chip I want, the world of microchips, you just can't buy it. I've been trying to buy the Ryzen 5950X since the thing launched.
Of course you have.
We raised money on stream for it. We were ready on launch day. Myself, my partner, and like 5 to 6 people in our Discord are like attempting to buy it at every opportunity, and we just can't buy it. Because once I have that, I'll be able to run I'll be able to run Ableton and OBS at the same time on my streaming machine, so I can do live music manipulation and looping while playing games.
There we go. We won this one.
Nice job. Nice.
Well, we should have. We just killed everybody. But it didn't end. I mean, they're
Is there
shooting
more
at
people
something.
here? Oh, there's more people. Got more people here.
Okay, the NPCs are shooting at something, but I mean, looking on my HUD, everybody's dead.
I got a guy. I'm watching him right now.
Are you in the same instance with me?
Ooh, who knows?
Because I've got Crispy Merchant in front of me. I've got Book Arc, Spy Arc. Spy Arc's nice.
Let me try to find you. You're in my team, but you know what? You're not here.
I don't think we're instanced, and ours again is not finishing. Wonderful. Yeah, I think everybody's just fucking around. It looks like
the grenades look really good when you open that little grenade box. There's a lot of nice visual little flares, but a lot of that is what you said earlier. If you've never had a cracker before, your first cracker's amazing.
Exactly.
There's a glitched NPC right over here.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep, there's just a dude standing here with like a third of his health.
And he won't die. Yep, and I can't see him. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, well, maybe that's a good point to, we'll call it here in just a second. But yeah, we say,
like, I was saying that in the, in the world of streaming space video games, I think I have a pretty unique perspective on the current place, because I currently play Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous a lot. Those are my 2 main games. Playing those 2 games gets me at these like very different visuals and feelings. Like when I play Star Citizen, I see gorgeous visuals, stunning visuals.
Yeah.
With all the keybinds I could ever want, but they're still working on a lot of server side issues. Gameplay is choppy. It's not smooth. It's kind of weird. And then I come to this game and I'm like, oh, it's so smooth. It's so like, it feels almost done in that way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then I have all these control issues that I don't have in the other game. And then graphically, I'm like, all right, well, it's not to that game's level, but this game is so smooth,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
if they both came together and had like a baby. It would be, like, the
obviously,
perfect
right?
game.
Yeah, right.
Which is why I still feel that like Elite is the space game that we get now, and there are aspects of it that are amazing, and Star Citizen is that pipe dream that one day will be the Lord of the Rings, to rule them all situation.
Yeah, and I'm definitely. And by the way, I've got my
Elite
chat box. Have you seen this? The chat box won't close. Like if you do the on foot, hit enter chat box, it will not close. I can't.
Oh,
hit,
yeah,
I can't hit no. I can't say anything, and I can't close it. I'm
I
screwed.
was told yesterday by one of my homies in my chat to take that binding away. It was my friend Grasher,
Okay.
and I'm so happy Grasher said that. I have no quick binding anymore.
I think I'll turn it off too. Right. And Maple said, and I completely agree with you, Maple, in chat that this should be called Elite Dangerous Missed Opportunity, right? And he's totally right. And right now, because I have keybinds set to use numbers, thank you. I can't do anything, right? Because I'm trying to open my different weapons, and on chat it's typing 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2, and I'm screwed, right? So, but
it's like you're in your chat. Woo D in your chat saying the new star map is good. They did a good job with the new map update.
Yeah, yeah. Again, there's lots of really cool stuff. Am I going to respawn? Okay,
Autocomplete.
Yeah,
Beautiful now.
I completely agree. The new search box.
Shouldn't have taken so long, but I'm happy we have it.
Oh, apparently it's going to drop me back in, even though we've won. Can I open? Yeah, and like I can't open the system map right now. I can't. I mean, you're just stuck here doing nothing for this much time, and there's already too much sitting here doing nothing in Elite. There's already too much of it.
No.
Well,
I like that they gave us keybinds to open up the local or galaxy map from foot. I'm a huge fan of keybinds. Like, literally, give me the option to bind everything in the game to a button, and I'll be happy.
Agreed. And I do
Because
think
what does it hurt?
both games have done, this and Star Citizen have done a great job with bindings. I think the Star Citizen binding menus and how you go through bindings are awful compared to Elite. I think Elite handles
it's not
it a lot
optimized
better.
yet.
Right? Yeah.
But at least
yeah.
there's a choice for
Exactly.
everything.
Well, and the fact
The
that both
targeting
games
menu is so confusing.
Yeah, and both games give you multiple choices, you can do multiple keys for the same command, right? And have stuff in multiple places, right? Yeah, it's great, right? Well, I think with that, Ender, I think I'm unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go here. But to wrap up, Ender, buddy, thank you so much for joining. I'm glad we finally did this. This was a blast. I hope this is not the last time you come join me, because this was too much fun.
We got so much more to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Make sure you guys please go follow Ender. This is his social for all his different social stuff. By the way, I got to set that
Links,
up. I
baby.
like that. Yeah,
Links.
I like that. I've not used that before, but I really dig that. Go follow him. Go watch his streams.
Twitter. I got the hot Twitch.
And you know what? Why don't I let you take us out? Tell everybody where they can find you, when you stream, what you're up to.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
We'll do the thing they
so-
do at the end of hot takes with the wing eating show, right? This camera, tell the people what you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you guys want to know more about my take on live video game and music entertainment, you can come see me on my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Enderprize_. I stream Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have all the other things you would expect from a top-tier content creator, including Twitter,
Instagram,
And Reddit.
They're all available there in that hot fire link tree in the chat.
What is this NPC doing in front of me?
Oh, yeah, that's what was happening. Yes, that was what was going on when I was like, look at my screen, look at my screen.
That's
Yep,
epic.
That's some Linda Blair Exorcist stuff right there.
That's creepy as fuck, because you're moving around in a seated position and yeah, that's great. That's great. So, do you want to take us out with some drums?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I did see a request for drums. You know what? I tell you what. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put you full screen on stream, Ender, and let you take us out.
Let me turn everything else back on.
Okay.
All right. Boom, boom. There's that. There's that.
Go.
All right. Let me turn the game off. Turn the game off. All right. Go there. Exit main menu. Now we get to find out if all the cameras stayed on. I wonder if they did. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Where's the song I want to play? Where's the song I want to play? Uh-oh. Hold on. Offline mode's being weird. Now, where's a good song? Where's a good song? This one's pretty good.
I like that. I think we had a little fail. There we go. There we go.
wasn't ready. I'm ready now.
That was great. Absolutely great.
So this is the show. This is how it works. Exigeous, thank you for letting me come on your show and like do what I do. You want to see it for real? You want to control these lights? Well, you got to go to my show for that.